Welcome to another broadcast of Roseburg High School sports, streaming live on 541radio.com. This video broadcast is presented by the Mary Gilbert Group, Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. Visit marygilbert.com for current listings or details on selling your home. Now, let's head to the field for the pregame show. Here's your host, Joey Kieran.
Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to Canby High School, southeast of Portland, as the Roseburg Indians head on the road for the regular season finale tonight against the Canby Cougars. It's a non-league battle for you this evening here on 1490 The Score and streaming with video online at 541radio.com. Good evening, everybody. Welcome up north where it is chilly just like it is down south. And today the Roseburg Indians will keep their fingers crossed. They'll do the best they can, and they'll see if it's good enough to get them in to the postseason. On the other side, the Canby Cougars are hoping for a similar result tonight. They're just outside the playoff picture, trying to get in as well. So a couple of teams holding out hope that the season might extend one more week as they meet here tonight. But more than anything, these two sides are looking to try and get their season going in the right direction to finish things up and head into the offseason with a little bit of positive momentum. Good evening, everybody. I'm Joey Kieran. Happy to be with you here tonight on 1490 The Score and streaming with video online at 541radio.com. Presented by the Mary Gilbert Group, Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. Find listings and details on selling your home at marygilbert.com. We welcome you into the Roseburg Country Club pregame show. Coming up, we'll get a chance to catch up with head coach Dave Heiberger and get his thoughts on tonight's matchup against the Canby Cougars. I want to welcome into the broadcast Josh Nelson, our color analyst here tonight. As Josh, we look at this matchup tonight, the Roseburg Indians taking on the Canby Cougars. Final game of the regular season. We don't know what's going to happen after this, but looking at what we have tonight, it's a great opportunity for Roseburg to build off of the second half momentum they had against Sheldon last week and carry it into a game here, see if they can finish off the season with a win and get to 3-6 for a third consecutive season.
Yeah, absolutely. I would sit there and say tonight you just focus on going out there and having fun and playing football. And compete the entire game just like you did against Sheldon. Yet there's nothing to lose by going out there and leaving it all on the field tonight. You're leaving it on the field for the seniors that are out there tonight just in case something doesn't happen. It's not playoff football for you next week. Your season's over with. But so you leave it all out on the field. If you're an underclassman, for the seniors out there that have worked so hard to get to this point in their career, and then as a junior, getting ready to prepare for next year. And then there's some sophomores that are going to be starting tonight or that are going to be playing. They're going to get a chance to see what it's like for varsity football. So go out there, have fun, play competitive just like you did last week.
14 seniors for the Roseburg Indians will be on the sideline for their final time unless the season does get lucky and extend for one more week. But we will acknowledge those seniors throughout tonight's broadcast, so we'll be talking about them after senior night last week. But for the Roseburg Indians tonight, they look to try and finish things off on a winning note. This is the Roseburg Country Club pregame show. Golf memberships start at just $108 per month and social memberships for just $49. Call Roseburg Country Club at 672-5566 for more details. Coming up when we return, we'll get a couple of notes from head coach Dave Heiberger on tonight's matchup against the Canby Cougars. So stay tuned for that as we continue with the Roseburg Country Club pregame show after this 2-minute break on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother, and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Welcome you back here to Canby High School as the Roseburg Indians wrap up the regular season with a non-conference game. This is the Roseburg Country Club. Golf memberships start at just $108 per month and social memberships for just $49. Call them at 672-5566 for details. Down on the field earlier tonight, got a chance to catch up with head coach Dave Heiberger and get his thoughts on tonight's matchup and keys to tonight's game for the Roseburg Indians. So we will go to our Tim's Appliance pregame coach's interview and get his thoughts on the matchup tonight. That's Tim's Appliance at the corner of Lane and South Stevens in Roseburg. 0% financing is always available. We talk with Coach Dave Heiberger here as with the Roseburg Indians get ready for Canby as you guys wrap up the regular season here. Looking at this matchup tonight, Canby, a team that it's a program that's kind of been going through some of the same things we've been seeing in Roseburg, trying to rebuild, get back to a point of prominence in 6A football. What do you see out of your opponent here tonight as you get ready to take on the Cougars?
Offensively, very similar to what we do. You know, some run and shoot principles. Try to get a little option, a little fly sweep in there. Kind of try to get the field vertically and horizontally, similar to what we try to do. And defensively, they morph in and out of, even front and a 30 front, and so look very much like us on film schematically.
For you guys tonight, what would you kind of pin as some of the keys to tonight's ball game?
Enjoy it. Enjoy it. And I think they're on a bus for 3 hours up here on a sunny day in November. let's enjoy the day. Let's enjoy being with each other one more time, and let's hopefully we come out of it with a W. But I'm pretty excited to watch these guys play one last time.
All right, we are looking forward to it as well as the Roseburg Indians take on the Canby Cougars here tonight. We'll thank head coach Dave Heiberger for his time in the pregame show. It's our Tim's Appliance pregame coaches interview. We'll be back with more of the Roseburg Country Club pregame show after this on 541radio.com, 1490 The Score.
Thanks, Joey.
Roseburg football on 541radio.com. Presented by the Mary Gilbert Group, Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. Mary has over 20 years of experience in real estate in the Roseburg area and the surrounding communities of the Umpqua Valley. Mary and her partners love to handle all types of real estate transactions, from new construction to resale homes, multifamily homes, ranches for sale, timber properties, waterfront properties, and commercial properties too. Visit marygilbert.com for more details on how the Mary Gilbert Group can help you today.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Hi, my name is Mark Martin. Thanks for watching Roseburg
Counting down towards kickoff here from Canby High School as the Roseburg Indians take on the Canby Cougars in the regular season finale. I think we are getting close to the national anthem here, so we might take another 2-minute break here in just a moment. But if we get time, we will try to get you the starting lineups for tonight's matchup. Starting lineups are always brought to you by Supercuts in the Steelhead Run Plaza across from Starbucks on Garden Valley Boulevard. Save time and check out styles online at supercuts.com. National anthem is coming up, so we'll take our final 2-minute break. When we come back, we will get you the starting lineups before we get the kickoff to tonight's ball game. So back with Roseburg football after this 2-minute break on 541radio.com and 1490 The Score.
Roseburg football on 541radio.com. Presented by the Mary Gilbert Group, Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. Mary has over 20 years of experience in real estate in the Roseburg area and the surrounding communities of the Umpqua Valley. Mary and her partners love to handle all types of real estate transactions, from new construction to resale homes, multifamily homes, ranches for sale, timber properties, waterfront properties, and commercial properties too. Visit marygilbert.com for more details on how the Mary Gilbert Group can help you today.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Captains are coming out for the opening coin toss, so we'll have that result for you here in just a moment. But let's go ahead and take a look tonight at our Supercuts starting lineups for the
Roseburg football on 541radio.com. Presented by the Mary Gilbert Group, Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. Mary has over 20 years of experience in real estate in the Roseburg area and the surrounding.
Roseburg Indians, Blake Watson, the senior. Watson up at the top of the starting out at left tackle. Caden Gingery, the senior. Colton Jordan at center. There we go. Right guard Hunter Blix and Alex Woodring at right tackle. In the backfield, getting his first varsity start at quarterback will be Garrett Zimet, the junior quarterback. He takes over for Jay Stoffel as he did last week against Sheldon. In the backfield, Doran Gillespie will start back there. Carson Thompson will see time as well. At the wide receivers group, starters, but there'll be plenty of guys out there. Jay Stoffel, the senior. Austin Parker, another senior, as well as Colin Reitman, a senior, getting time out there. Carson Six, a sophomore, will start out there for the Indians as well. And you'll, of course, see Landon Duper and Logan Klopfenstein some tonight for the Indians. On the defensive side of the ball tonight for your Roseburg Indians, along the front line, Hunter Blix, Blake Ronk, and John Pike. Pike has been doing a great job on that defensive end position. Last week had 2 tackles for loss. At the linebacker core, Rourke Martin, Doran Gillespie, and Carson Thompson. And in the secondary, Carson Six, Garrett Zimet, Colin Reitman, and Landon Duper. Josh will be paying attention to the coin toss here for us to let us know what happened there. But let's take a look at the offense and defense for the Canby Cougars tonight, ranked 35 in the OSA Power Ranking, led by head coach Jimmy Joyce, that is. His first year here with the program. He's got him out to a 1-7 record, 1-4 in Three Rivers League play after a win last week against Oregon City. On the front line, Jacob Strand, Sturgeon Anderson, Cole Schaffner, Peyton Martin, Josh Modern. In the backfield, Mikey Gibson, Wyatt Ramos at running back, and in the wide receiver core, Chance Miller, Caden Boyd, Ronan Gay, and Jackson Lindman. On the defensive side for Canby tonight, along the front line, Josh Modern, Nick Vander Koevering, Dylan Schell, Cole Schaffner, Caden Boyd, Wyatt Ramos, Rayland Weimer, and Joe Brockmiller at the linebacker core, and Joseph Gartrell, Ronan Gay, and Tyler Mead in the secondary. That is your Supercuts starting lineups for tonight's matchup. Check out styles online at supercuts.com. Coin toss has been had. Josh, the results of tonight's coin toss.
Tonight's coin toss, Canby won the coin toss, deferred the ball, so Roseburg will receive going left to right on your radio dial.
All right, Roseburg in their road whites tonight. The numbers in black on the back of the jersey, outlined in orange. It's the home navy blues for Canby with the gold numbers on the back outlined in white. They've got the blue tops, blue trousers, as well as the white offset on the trim on the shoulders there for the Cougars here tonight. We'll get ready for the kickoff. You got a couple of guys out there that could possibly kick this one away, and it'll be a left-footed boot from Canby. Joseph Gartrell will boot it away, and the return man for Roseburg gets out to the 20 and just across the 25. We do sit high here at the home grandstands for Canby, so we will be looking through some support beams. Apologize for some of the obstructions on the view for those watching at 541radio.com, but enjoy tonight's broadcast with us.
It was Logan Klopfenstein.
Klopfenstein will take it out. He gets it out to the 29-yard line for Roseburg. So the Indians will start there, Josh, and we'll get ready for the first offensive series. We'll hear from Josh on his thoughts to what Roseburg is looking for tonight from the offense. It'll be Garrett Zymet in the backfield for the first time starting at quarterback for the Roseburg Indians. The junior quarterback, right-handed slinger, will have trips to his left, 2 targets to the right as Roseburg spreads it out, empty backfield. They move Reitman in motion. They'll run it with Zymet, and Zymet will get out to the 31-yard line and will pick up about 2 on the carry.
And right there, Canby's out in man coverage. They have no safety over the top. If that continues, you better watch out because Duper getting deep and Zymet with his arm. That could be something to watch for tonight.
Makes it second down and 8 for, actually, they put him out a little bit further. It looks like out to the 32. That's where I had him. So it was a pickup of 3, second and 7. They hand it off to Gillespie, running right side over the formation. Following some blockers out across the 35. Looks like they'll put him down at the 36 and pick up a 4 for Gillespie. And that is going to set up third down and a couple of yards to try and gain for the Roseburg Indians.
All right, Cougar fans, we got an early big third down.
So third down and 2 for Roseburg, as they have the ball out at their own 36-yard line. Zymet in shotgun. He's got Gillespie to his left. Stoffel, the lone receiver, to the right side. The senior moving to wide receiver this week. Low snap, picking it up. Zymet's going to just take off and run with it. He goes left side. He's able to find a seam, gets upfield to the 40-yard line. And they'll say he was down as the ball did pop out at the end of the run. He gets to the 40, and that's good enough to move the chains for a first down, Roseburg.
And if you're Roseburg as the offense right now, just a slow, steady drive is what you need to do. You did travel 3 hours to get here. You may be worn out a little bit already before you got here. Just sitting in a vehicle will do that to you. So slow, steady drives. Don't turn the ball over. You're going to have a little bit more success on that offensive side of the ball.
4-yard pickup for Zymet to move the chains. First and 10 from the 40 for the Indians. Moving left to right again. Shotgun snap is good this time for Zymet. He looks left side. He goes on a route. And pass was in and out of the hands of Carson Six, the intended receiver, and almost picked off by the defense. The incompletion stops the clock with 9:56 to go. It's a scoreless ball game on the opening drive of tonight's contest for the Indians.
And that looked like a little bit of miscommunication between Zymet and his receivers there on the pass. It's like he was intending to go somewhere where his receiver was not.
Second down and 10. Ball at the 40, have to get it to the 50 for the first down. Hand it off, delayed handoff, running near side. The edge is open for Gillespie. He'll just stretch it, gets pushed across the sideline. Gets out to the 46. A nice gain on second down to make it 3rd down and 4 for the Roseburg Indians.
And that was a great job by Roseburg, just opening up that edge, getting them 6 yards, not getting a hold on that offensive line. They came close at times there, but they were able to let off their hands right at the right time so they would not get a holding penalty.
38 yards away from hitting 1,500 in his career is Doran Gillespie. He sets up to the left of Zymet, trips to the wide side of the field, left of the formation for the Indians. Blitz coming, and on the near side, one of the linebackers stepping up too early against the Cougars, and stepping in to get called for that one, Tyler Mead from the secondary. One of the safeties stepping in was looking as if he was going to try and come off with the pressure from the edge, and that is going to make it a first down for Roseburg as the ball moves across the 50.
So Tyler Mead right there, what he's doing is he's playing corner, and it was a corner blitz. He was trying to show Zymet that he wasn't coming by playing out on corner, and then he snuck in when he wasn't looking and just happened to get caught jumping off sides there.
So Roseburg gets the first down out of the penalty. They'll try to run the ball again, and with Gillespie, he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and nothing more for him as the middle of that defense for the Cougars. Up front, some good size, 245, 225, and they were able to plug the holes at the offensive line there.
There really wasn't much of a hole there for him to run through. The offensive line for Roseburg did a great job. They hit their block, and they went up to secondary. A little bit of miscommunication there on that front line for Roseburg on who has to block who and stay on who.
Makes a 2nd down and 10 after the no gain on first down for Gillespie. Zymet dropping back, rolling to his left, looking downfield, pressure coming. He tried to throw it as he was hit. No stoppage of the play. Canby comes away with it, and the Cougars will go down the far side of the field as they're going to come up with a fumble. Roseburg's going to argue that he was throwing the football, but Canby is going to get the takeaway as they take it down to the 26 on the Roseburg half of the field, and the Cougars are going to get the ball in good field position here.
Yeah, and I don't know if that ball ever actually touched the ground. It looked like it got popped out of his hand, and I think that was almost an interception is the way it looked like.
It was Peyton Martin that gets the fumble recovery for Canby. And now with 8:48 to go, the Cougars will have the football for their offense for the first time. Pressure in the backfield for Roseburg as they step up against the sophomore quarterback, Mikey Gibson.
Austin Troxel on the carry for Canby.
In the backfield, and they hand off the ball. Austin Troxel on the carry, a senior, losing 7 on that one, going the wrong direction.
And right now, that's the best case scenario for Roseburg, to make sure Canby doesn't score on that turnover. If you don't get hurt on this turnover, that's the only positive thing right now out of that turnover.
The ball's back to the 32 after starting at the 26. They hand it off, running right side this time is Wyatt Ramos. And Ramos, he found quite a bit of a lane to run downfield, and he'll chug his way down near the sticks there. He's going to be about a yard shy down to the, looks like down to the 17-yard line on the carry for Canby.
15 yards on the carry brings up 3rd down and 1.
So it's going to be a 3rd down attempt here. They'll go quick, pistol formation, turn and hand it to Ramos, running up the left side of the formation. He's close to the 15. This is going to be right at the sticks, but I think he's probably got enough to get it.
Wyatt Ramos on the carry.
It looks like he's going to be
just short
of it there. Nope, they're giving it to him.
So they do just get right to the sticks there.
This carry is good for a Canby first down.
And right now, if you're Roseburg, you got to bend but don't break right here. You cannot let them get into the end zone. Hold it to a field goal or stop them completely.
Setting up in shotgun is Gibson. He's got Ramos behind him. Going to run right side with the football. Gibson, he got through the line but got met immediately, still on his feet. As the ball must have popped out, it looks like it's Ramos that ends up with it. Out past the 20 after the play continued there. Ramos does end up with it, and he gets pushed back outside the 20. They'll take him out to the 21-yard line, and it'll be second down and long for the Cougars.
And right there, Carson Thompson got to the quarterback first, and the quarterback had the ball out while he was running. He kind of knocked it away, or he either pitched it off to Ramos at the last second.
So it's a loss of 4. Rolling to his left is Gibson. Now he's going to try to tuck it and run. He slips through a few tackles, gets back to the 20, and that's as far as he will make it. He's only going to get right back to about the line of scrimmage. They'll give him the 19, so he picks up 1. And it's going to make it third down and long here, Josh. And like you said, Roseburg get a chance to try and see if they can get a bend, don't break type of mentality.
Yeah, you absolutely have to if you're Roseburg here. In this third and long situation, the last several weeks, Roseburg's been great at giving up. Let's see if they can hold them here.
It's third down and 14 with 5:44 to go here in the first quarter. Scoreless ball game. Looking to throw Gibson to the end zone, the loft play, and it's caught somehow. All over him was Carson Six, but the receiver comes down with the football, and it's a touchdown, Canby.
Six was there the entire time, hand checking, pretty much face guarding. I surprised you almost could get a penalty there, but it looked like he was kind of face guarding there, and somehow the receiver comes down with the football.
It was Chance Miller that pulls it down from 19 yards out, and now Canby will go for the extra point. Last week, Miller had a huge week against Oregon City as Canby snapped a lengthy losing streak. The left-footed boot is through from Gartrell, and it is 7-0 with 5:35 to go in the first quarter. Let's take a quick 30-second break and come back with the rest of this first quarter action. Canby on top early on 541radio.com and on 1490 The Score.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Well,
it's 7-0 after the turnover. Canby turning it into points. And now the Cougars will kick it away for a second time. This time it'll be the right-footed kicker. And that ball is loose on an onside kick attempt. It was touched by Canby after it went 10 yards. But who comes up with it? And it looks like, I think, Roseburg able to jump back on that football. There was a Canby player that got hands on it first, but he couldn't pull it in. And Austin Parker jumps on it to give Roseburg the football out near midfield at their own 45.
And right now, Canby's playing like there is no tomorrow, like Roseburg should. They're going to pull out all the stops. I imagine Roseburg's going to do the same thing. Could be possibly your final game of the season. So go out there and have fun if you're these kids.
So it's first down and 10 for Roseburg out at their own 45-yard line. Garrett Zyman, after his fumble, will be back in the backfield. He'll pass it out into the flats to Stoffel. They go back on the quarterback throwback, and it's there, but pressure ends up forcing Stoffel to make not the most accurate throw. Diving for it, Zyman able to make the catch, but they take it into Canby territory out to the 43.
And that's unfortunate. It was just overthrown to Zyman. If Stoffel hit Zyman in stride there, Canby, their entire defense was moving towards the other side of the field, so Zyman would have been free to go for a touchdown.
12-yard pickup on the pass play from Stoffel to Zyman. It's going to be a keeper after the fake handoff. Zyman running right side. He gets it down to the 35, and he'll get Roseburg a good chunky yardage on first down.
And that's the dynamic that Stoffel brings you, is that instead of having to hold up, he's able to hold on to that ball and get down the field.
Zyman picks up 8 on the carry.
Or Zymet, I mean.
We're so used to saying Stoffel.
I am.
We'll just combine them. We'll just make them Zoffel. Zyman in the backfield in shotgun with Gillespie to his right. A line drive pass went into the line and batted down for the incompletion. It'll be third down and short, but the dangerous pass there from Zyman. It still seems like he's figuring some things out there in the backfield.
He is. He's throwing that ball hard. It was coming at you hard, but that defensive line is called. They are big, and they're getting their hands up like they're supposed to.
So it's 3rd down and 2. They move 6 in motion, fake the handoff to him. Zymet looking to run, now looking to pass. He's trapped in the backfield. He'll dump it off to Carson 6, but the backyard football doesn't work for Roseburg. They're going to lose yardage on the play, but Josh, a penalty flag out?
Yes, there is a penalty flag out right on by the 440. It's a yellow flag, but nobody's actually bringing anything. Or I'm seeing something. I see a yellow mark on the field right at the 4 on the opposite side.
Yeah, I see that too. Nobody picking it up. It's going to stay there. So it's a loss of 6 on the completion to Carson 6. And Roseburg now at the 41 looking to punt. Jay Stoffel will get a boot into it. That one angled to the far sideline will go into the back of the end zone and out for a touchback. So out to the 20 will come the Canby offense with 3:41 to go. Here in the first quarter, it's a 7-0 score. Canby on top of Roseburg early on in tonight's ball game. Tonight's game is brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County, and by Terra Firma Foundation Solutions, where the strongest foundations are built on trust. So far, a couple of drives that have showed some promise, but have not been able to have some consistency for the Roseburg Indians. And now Canby back out there with their offense. They'll hand it off on 1st down, running right side. Not much going for the running back. Right back to the line of scrimmage, and a short gain on 1st down. Out of the backfield, it was Wyatt Ramos on the carry.
And it was Hunter Blix that got right through that offensive line, doing a great job of doing that tonight. He's in that backfield several times. I think the yellow that I'm seeing on the field actually is like leaves. It looks like they're leaves on the field.
There have
been
been
trees
some.
that are the leaves falling from the trees. It was a little bit windy earlier today.
A bunch formation in the backfield. The running back just to the right of Gibson. He hands it off, breaking free over the right side. 1st down yardage for the ball carrier. Out of the backfield, Ramos again with the carry. He gets it out to the 35, and that's going to move the chains for a 1st down, Canby.
And so far, what we're seeing in this offense and defensive stands, at least on the offensive side of the ball, Canby does look a lot like Roseburg.
They'll set up with the shotgun formation pistol with the running back just behind the running back. Look like maybe some early movement up along the front line, but no flags as far as I can tell. Gibson is going to keep it. He runs, got to the line of scrimmage, got upended as he goes across the 35, gets it to the 37 for a short pickup on 1st down.
And Roseburg's really lucky. They actually did not get called on a offsides on that penalty or on that play right there.
Makes a 2nd and 8 for the Cougars. 2:19 to go here in the first quarter. It is a 7-0 lead for the Cougars. They had a short field to work with after a fumble on the first drive for Roseburg, and they cashed in. They're trying to get this drive moving from deep in their own territory. In shotgun, Gibson, and blitz coming for Roseburg. This time it will be called. The Indians blowing up the offensive line, blitzing from the left side. Now that penalty is going to move the Cougars forward.
And Canby saw that coming. There was defensive line movement, linebacker movement, all before the play. Everybody was getting excited. You could see it on Roseburg's side and caused the penalty right there for Roseburg. You got to watch the ball. Even though you got a great play dialed up, you got to watch the ball.
Moves the ball out to the 42, now making it 2nd down and 3 for the Cougars. Gibson in shotgun, still barking out the snap count, trying to get Roseburg to jump. Now we'll pause and look to the sideline for the call. Clock ticking at 1:43 here in the first quarter. Ramos wipes off his hands on his pants, turns quick pass out to the flats on the far side. It is caught by Miller. He'll weave his way through traffic, gets out to the 50-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down again for the Cougars on the pass play.
He was brought down by number 82, Landon Duper.
They'll put the ball just on the other side of the 50 in Roseburg territory. Make it a 9-yard completion through the air. 2nd completion to Miller. He's had both catches tonight for the Cougars. They get to midfield with a fresh set of downs and just about a minute to go here in the first period. Looking to pass again is Gibson, taking his time, dropping back. He's going to roll to his right, has a lot of open area in front of him. He'll pass down the sideline. Was it caught? Look like juggling maybe a little bit, but no, they will call it incomplete, juggling the ball. And so it'll be an incompletion to make it 2nd down and 10.
I tell you what, so far seeing number 5, Mikey Gibson for Canby out here playing at quarterback, kind of reminds you of Grants Pass's quarterback. He's a little bit tall, he's thrown on the run, and he's pretty accurate with his passes.
Gibson will set up in shotgun. Trips to the left side of the field. Blitz coming for Roseburg. He'll pass it out into the flats, and he's just off the mark to the running back, Wyatt Ramos, leaking out of the backfield to the right side of the field, and works out well for Roseburg with the pressure. They're able to force a inaccurate pass.
And that's what you got to do if you're on the defensive side for Roseburg. You've got to get some pressure on this quarterback. Mikey Gibson, number 5 for Canby, he's a sophomore quarterback, so he's got plenty of years, but get some pressure on him, he'll make mistakes.
Caden Boyd in the slot on the left side with the trips, looking right now, rolling back to his left, trying to weave through the pocket with a man on him, throwing deep downfield, and a penalty flag going to come out at the very end of the play. It's going to be Landon Duper in coverage. That ball was well over the intended mark, but the push at the very end of it is going to bail out the Cougars. Getting hit as he was throwing was Gibson. He had Jonathan Pike all around him.
And Duper starting on the defensive side for the varsity today at cornerback. That's a mistake right there. That's a sophomore mistake. He is a sophomore, last varsity, or first varsity start for him. It's a mistake. You got to brush it off and let it go. But that's a big mistake right there on 3rd and long.
So, yeah, it would have been a chance for Roseburg to possibly get off the field. Instead, the penalty is going to give Canby the 1st down, of course, and move them deeper into Roseburg territory. They'll have the ball down at the 34-yard line. Fake the handoff, looking to throw, going to dump it out in the flats. Has the man open and upended as he gets down to the 20-yard line. Making the catch, it's Caden Miller. And he makes the catch. Caden Delosier, 39, with the catch out in the flats. And it's a 1st down yet again as they work the ball down to the 20. 14-yard completion on that one. Handed off, Ramos bounces it outside. He gets tackled from behind running to the right side of the formation. Picks up good yardage on 1st down as the Cougars continue to march towards the end zone.
He was brought down by number 30, Warwick Martin. 5 on the carry.
And that's going to be the end of the 1st quarter right there.
Canby will let the 1st quarter come to an end and will flip sides of the fields. They lead 7-0 after 1 quarter of play. A quick 1st quarter here from Canby High School tonight. Joey Kieran, Josh Nelson with you. We'll be back after the quarter break on 541radio.com and on 1490 The Score.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends. How to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Start of the 2nd quarter, Canby leading 7-0. They have the ball in the red zone, facing 2nd down and 5. Pitch to Ramos, running right side. He gets it down to the 10-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and goal for the Cougars on the run as they move the chains and set up for their possible 2nd scoring drive as we start the 2nd quarter here.
Ramos carries good for a Cougar 1st down.
Ramos will get the ball down. They'll put it at the 9-yard line. 1st and goal, 9 yards to go after an 8-yard carry for Ramos. Set up with that pistol formation, turn, fake the handoff to Ramos, pass out into the flats to Miller. He gets tripped up by his shoelace. It'll be Garrett Zimet that comes up. He'll actually get a tackle for loss. His drop back at the 10-yard line is Miller. So a loss of 1 to make it 2nd down and goal from the 10.
Zimet saw that play coming the entire time. He jumped that route, was able to get there in the backfield to stop that receiver from going anywhere.
So loss of 1 for Miller on the reception. Ball on the left hash mark now. Trips to the right side, the wide side of the formation for the Cougars. Looking to pass, looks left first, now rolling back out to his right, passes towards the end zone. It's caught and breaking away. It's in the end zone is Chance Miller, and there is a penalty flag, it looks like, back at midfield. Yeah, this could be coming back.
It is. It's coming back. It's holding. The White Hat just said it was on Canby, so that is not a touchdown. It will be coming back. It'll go back 10 yards. It'll replace 2nd and goal. It'll be a very long ways to go.
Looks like we've got an official that's mic'd up tonight, so let's see if we can tune in and get the call here and see if they agree.
On the offense, number 56, 10-yard penalty for the spot on the foul. Still 7 down.
So they'll back him up from the 10. It should go back to about the 20 on the penalty. Can be a costly penalty for them there. And it'll put them, they go from the spot of the foul, so it's actually back out to the 27-yard line on the penalty. They'll snap it in shotgun, looking to huck it deep to the end zone. Got a man open, and it's in and out of his hands for Miller. And that was a sure touchdown drop by Miller. Chance couldn't come up with it. He had Zimet in coverage, and it makes it 3rd and goal from the 27. So it'll be 3rd and goal here. Canby trying to get a score. They lead 7-0. Dropping back to pass is Gibson. He's flushed out of the pocket, rolling to his right. Pressure from the backside. He gets out of it. He's going to hold on to the football. He gets to the 15, keeps his feet churning, but he will not come up with it. And
they're marking him out at the 20.
Yeah, they'll actually, I think, yeah, it does look like they're going to put him back at about the 19-yard line. That's a pickup of 8, and it's going to make it 4th and goal from the 19.
Number 62, Colton Jordan.
So the scramble, good for 8 yards for Gibson, but now it's 4th and goal from the 19. Can Roseburg's defense come up with a stand here? It does not look like Canby is going to be bringing out any sort of kicker on this one. So they're going to be going for it for 4th and goal from the 19, and it's a delay of game penalty that's going to make it even more difficult. That might change the decision here as they'll be backed up from the 19.
And if you're Canby right now, I would look at Carson 6 and Landon Duper's side. Duper being the sophomore out there, first start here on varsity, you might pick on him just a little bit.
Shotgun snap, and the whistles are going to blow again before the play, and it looks like it's a false start on Canby. And so they just continue on 4th and goal. They continue to march the wrong direction now. What point does it take to get them to change the decision here?
And right now they're on the 30.
They got nothing really to lose here at this point. They are backed out to the 30-yard line. After another penalty, they get this one play cleanly, looking to pass deep downfield, going to the end zone. That ball tipped up by Zimet and out of the hands, knocked away, and Roseburg will come up with the 4th down stand, and they should get the ball out at the 30-yard line after they hold in the red zone.
And that was almost intercepted by Zimet. He had both fingertips from both hands on that football and just was not able to get a grasp on that football.
Actually works out better for Roseburg that way. They'll get the ball further out towards midfield as they get it at the 30 with 10:28 to go here in the second quarter. Instead of on a touchback, it would have taken the ball out to the 20-yard line. So Turnover on downs for Canby. Roseburg's offense comes back out, looking to try and get some points here, trailing 7-0 in the second quarter. It's a keeper for Zymet. He runs over the left side. He gets across the 35, slept through a tackle, and he stays in bounds. They will mark him for a first down carry out to the 45-yard line is where they walk it off to. First down and 10 for Roseburg after one play.
If you try to put a shoulder on Zymet and push him out of bounds, he is elusive enough and fast enough to continue to run, and that's exactly what the Canby defender did. Tried to push him out. Zymet was fast enough, got through it, and was able to pick up even more.
First down and 10 from the 45. Pass out into the flats to Carson Six. He's got plenty of room in front of him. He's across the 50 as he gets into Canby territory. Takes it down to the 41-yard line, and so that'll once again move the chains for the Indians, and they are into Canby territory. 2 plays, and they have driven well down the field.
Driving really well down the field, and it was great blocking there by Stoffel at receiver, and I believe Reitman.
So it's a 14-yard pickup. Second completion of the night to Carson Six, this time for positive yards. The first one was trapped in the backfield. Penalty flag out. And Roseburg's going to get called for a false start before this first play of this series of downs gets started. So it'll back him up to make it 1st and 15.
So right now, Canby has 4 penalties on the game. Roseburg has 3. Roseburg only has 1 this quarter.
That is their first. They'll set up from their Canby 46. Trips to the left side. Zymet looking to pass. They'll step into a pass onto the far side of the field, and that ball juggled around, and it's caught. It's Jay Stoffel over there that comes up with the reception as he gets it down inside the 20.
And that was a great catch by Stoffel. He reached over the defender's head, was able to catch that ball, almost haloing over that defender's head.
They take it down to the 17-yard line, a pickup of 29 through the air. Stoffel with his first catch of the night. He had 3 last week. They hand it off, running out of the backfield for the Indians. Up the middle, they'll get it down to about the 15-yard line, it looks like. And some pushing and shoving through the middle of that scrum. It is Doran Gillespie. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't Carson Thompson. Didn't want to rob Thompson of a carry, but it's Gillespie that is in the backfield on this series. And Doran got it down to the 15 for a pickup of 2.
And Stoffel Zymet right there, he was in there trying to get him even more yards for Gillespie. He was in there pushing, trying to pick up even more yards.
Stoffel, Duper, and Six to the far side of the field. They'll move Six in motion. He goes on the in-around sweep. Carson looking for a seam. He puts his feet in the ground, but he's unable to get upfield. They give him right back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on second down. And Roseburg now will face 3rd down and 8 as they've got to get the ball inside the 10 to about the 7-yard line for a first down on this drive.
And if you're Roseburg right now in this area, I think it's a 2-down situation. You're at 3rd down and 7, pick up a couple, and then try to get a 4th down if you don't feel comfortable going for the home run right now.
Timeout on the field by the Canby Cougars. Let's take one as well with 8:11 to go. It's 7-0. Canby in front of Roseburg on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
Big plays coming up for the Roseburg Indians with 8:11 to go here in the second quarter. They trail 7-0 against Canby. They've got it in the red zone. The ball at the 15-yard line, but facing 3rd down and 8. Tonight's game brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop, and by CHI Mercy Medical Center.
And you wonder if the play right now for Roseburg is to try to draw them off sides, make this more of a 3rd and very short instead of like Roseburg did last week against Sheldon.
Zymet will get the snap quick. He rolls to his right, looking downfield. He's going to try and tuck it. He'll run. He's got the first down as he's inside the 5, lunging for the end zone. He will come up just short, but he moves the chains, and he'll set up first down and goal for the Roseburg Indians down inside the 5. And Roseburg's going to go quick to the line as they've got the ball down to the 1. And they'll give the snap. It's a handoff to Gillespie, diving right side. He's in. Doran Gillespie punches it into the end zone for the Roseburg Indians, and they're a PAT away from tying this football game up. A nice play there from Zymet, sets up the short touchdown run by Doran Gillespie. For Gillespie, his 5th on the season. And the PAT kicker, Keanu Christner, will come out. And there's a penalty marker out before the kick here. Officials having a conversation near where the ball will be spotted.
I think this is against Canby. I think they're asking Roseburg what they'd like to have them do.
Waiting for the official explanation.
There is no foul for legal substitution on Canby. There were 11 players on the field.
So they had initially tried to say there were too many men on the field for Canby, but they will waive that off. So Keanu Christner will come out to do the PAT. Right-footed kicker. Placement down, the kick is away, and it's good. It's 7-7 as Keanu Christner puts through his 15th PAT of the season. 7:56 to go in the second quarter, all squared at 7 on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Back here at Canby High School, it's a 7-7 ball game as the Roseburg Indians get into the end zone with 7:56 to go in the second quarter. Keanu Christner will kick it away. Tonight's game brought to you by Good Vibrations, solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. 2 men deep to return for Canby. It's Roseburg here in the second quarter. Will kick it off right to left. Christner, the right-footed kicker, approaches, boots this one high in the air, gets down to the 15-yard line. The return man weaving his way into the group in the middle of the field. That is Ronan Gay on the return, gets it out. They're going to put him down near the 30-yard line. So Canby going to have decent starting field position, and a man down on the field for Roseburg. That is Rourke Martin, who is dragging his left leg and now gets up and is hobbling. And Roseburg may be losing one of their top tacklers as Martin will hobble to the sideline. It's the 29-yard line is where Canby will have the football. But, Josh, that could be a big loss for Roseburg if Martin goes out.
That could be a huge loss for Roseburg if Martin goes out. You don't want to see Martin getting hurt or dinged up or anything like that, especially for the last game of the season.
Gingery will move in as a linebacker for Roseburg to take over. They go with a 4-man front. Blitz coming out of pressure in the backfield is Ramos, the running back, able to escape, cut back across the defense, and gets out across the 35. He'll be out to at the 38, and that is close to a first down carry. He's about a yard shy after a 9-yard pickup.
Yeah, if you're Rourke Martin for Roseburg, you can't really afford to lose him. As I go back through the stats and look, and Rourke Martin has 42.5 total tackles this season.
Second down and a yard for Canby, and a timeout by Roseburg as they want to get themselves in a situation ready to go for the rest of this second quarter. 7:17 to go. We're going to keep it right here. Tonight's game brought to you by Abby's Legendary Pizza and by Mahalo Heating and Cooling, your best choice for the finest indoor comfort control. Call them today at 672-6707. Well, it's a 7-7 ball game. It was 7-0 Canby leading after the first quarter. Roseburg getting their first touchdown here in the second quarter with 7:56 to go. So we've started to see a little bit of offense going, but these seem so far, Josh, like two teams trying to feel each other out here early on. Obviously, in Southwest Conference play, you know a lot about your opponent because you see them so often. When you get into these non-conference matchups, Roseburg saw Canby last year, but under new head coach Jimmy Joyce, this is a different-looking team than what we saw a year ago.
It is a different-looking team, a faster. It looks like they're a little bit stronger, a little bit bigger this year. So it's interesting to see, but, yeah, I would agree. I think they're both figuring out who's where.
It'll be second down and a yard for Canby, and it looks like Gibson's just going to run a quarterback keeper, and right up the middle, he's got plenty of space, slips through a tackle, and it'll be Garrett Ziman that takes him down across the near sideline as Gibson makes his way into Roseburg territory.
And right there, you got quarterback versus quarterback playing against each other.
The ball goes out to the 48-yard line in Roseburg's half of the field. As a 14-yard pickup for Gibson. It gives him a first down in Roseburg territory. It's shotgun snap, empty backfield. He's going to just run it again right up the middle. Gibson continues to find space. And this time he runs down to the 35. It's another 15-yard pickup, close to one. As he gets it down to the 35, it's another first down for the Cougars.
And right now, Roseburg's not taking in consideration the quarterback position. They've got everybody else kind of manned up, but they are not considering the quarterback as one.
13-yard pickup for Gibson on the carry. Sets up 1st and 10. He's looking to run again as they're just going with the quarterback keeper, and he'll run over the right side. He gets to the 30 before he is run out of bounds. And this is an interesting offense. Gibson must obviously a great athlete. They just figure we'll spread it out and just continue to run it with nobody in the backfield to fake a handoff to. And I would imagine eventually they look to try and pass out of this formation, but he picks up 5 on the first down, scamper again for the quarterback.
They're just trying to make Roseburg try to make adjustments early in this game and see where those adjustments are.
This time they will hand it off. Ramos running the left side of the big back, able to take it inside the 30 down to the 27. He picks up close to the first down. It'll be 3rd down and a yard and a half. Make it 2 yards to go for the Cougars.
And right now, if you're Roseburg, you've got to get a stop here. At least get them in the backfield. Stop in the backfield. Don't allow this drive to continue.
Shotgun, pistol formation. Trips to the left side. Turn and hand it to Ramos. Made a stutter step in the backfield, and he'll get met just shy, I think, of the line to gain. It looked like the 25, and the tackle in the backfield will take it back just a little bit. He goes right to the line of scrimmage, and it's now 4th down for the Indians defense.
And this is a big drive here. You stop them on 4th down, force another turnover on downs. That'd be Canby's 2nd turnover on down in this quarter here. So it's a big momentum builder for Roseburg if you can get a stop here.
They're right around where they stopped Canby last time. They'll set up in that pistol formation, stack receivers to the right side and the left side. Looking to pass is Gibson, looking to his left, pressure coming. He's trapped in the backfield. He's wrapped up by one Roseburg defender, and a second will bring him down. And on 4th down, the Indians defense holds again. Another turnover on downs by Canby, and the Indians will get the ball back near the 31-yard line.
Yeah, that's a huge stop, huge momentum builder there. Great job by Roseburg getting a turnover on down. 2nd one this quarter. Now if they can get a score real quick with 5:20 left in this 2nd quarter in the first half, you turn some momentum your way going into halftime.
5:20 to go. Roseburg getting the ball back. They start at their own 30-yard line. Right where they started the last drive, marched 70 yards down the field for their first score. They move Reitman in motion. They'll give it to the senior. He gets around the edge. He gets across the 35 before he is officially brought down. He'll get close to the 38, which would be
on the carry for Roseburg.
Close to a first down. He's going to come up just a bit short of that. They put him to the 37. It'll be a 7-yard gain for Reitman on the first play.
7 yards on the carry brings up 2nd and 3.
So Reitman picking up 7 yards. 2nd and 3 for the Indians. Back to the line quickly. Ziman in shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Gillespie. He's going to keep it himself and right into the middle, right into the heart of that defense. Nowhere to go for Zymet.
No, and that's going to bring up third down, third and short. Here, this isn't four-down territory. You can't pick up this third down, try to get that first down. You're going to end up having to punt. So if you're Roseburg, you don't want to punt this ball away with 4:30 left in this first half.
Tie ball game at 7-7. Roseburg trying to take their first lead of the night on this drive. Zymet trying to go with the hard count. Can't get him to jump. He'll set back up in shotgun. Again, Gillespie to his left, trips to the left side. Looking to his left is Zymet. He'll pass. He goes on the short route, but it's short to Carson 6. He had 6 open, but the pass just not enough behind it, but a penalty flag is out in the middle of the field.
And it's probably going to be holding on Roseburg, is what I would imagine.
The penalty will be declined. You were right, it was holding. So the incompletion will make it 4th down, and like you said, Josh, this is not necessarily 4-down territory. Looks like Roseburg will sit the punt unit out to kick it away. Deep to return will be Chance Miller for the Cougars.
Now, don't be surprised if you don't see some sort of fun, fake type deal. It could be the last game. Stoffel's out there right now. It could be an interesting thing here as a senior trying just to go out and have fun, like Coach said.
Stoffel will get the snap, but he will not try to trick anything there as he gets a boot away. Low kick, takes a Roseburg bounce. It'll go inside the 30. Klopfenstein there to pick it up as he downs the football at the 23. So Roseburg gets the turnover on downs, but they can't convert it into points. Canby will get the ball back with 4:01 to go, and they have the ball down at their own 24-yard line. Roseburg football tonight brought to you by Mahalo Heating and Cooling, your best choice for the finest indoor comfort control. Call them today at 672-6707. 4 minutes to go in this game. Canby can retake the lead on this drive. And tied at 7, trying to go into the halftime with an edge. Canby scoring first in the first quarter. Roseburg tying it up here in the second. Chilly night here from Canby High School this evening. I think we are expecting things to drop into the 30s by the end of the night. Running the first play, it's Ramos trying to go left side. He couldn't escape the first tackler, got held up. He's still on his feet and now gets taken down inside the 20-yard line. He goes down at about the 19, trying to run to the left side of the formation. Wind picking up out there as the night wears on, blowing those leaves that we thought were flags across the field.
Yeah, it is picking up a little bit. John Pike's doing a great job, that defensive end for Roseburg, getting through the line and stopping any outside run by this Canby offense.
Ball went back to the 20-yard line. It's a loss of 4 for Ramos on the first down carry. They'll set up in shotgun looking to pass as Gibson tries to go short. He gets it to Miller. Miller making a couple of men miss. He is quick. He is into open field. He's at the 50. Cuts it to the near sideline. It's a foot race. And he's finally shoved out of bounds by Carson 6. A huge play for Canby will set him up in the Roseburg red zone.
That's a huge play for Canby, and those are the plays that Roseburg has done time in and time out this season where they pick up a huge chunk of yards in one play. And if you're Roseburg, you cannot do that.
So that is a 65-yard pass completion through the air to Chance Miller. He's the big play explosion guy, and he sets him up 1st and 10 from the 15 in the Roseburg red zone. Gibson in shotgun with Ramos behind him. Turns and hands it off to him. He'll bounce it out right side, slips one tackle, gets to the 10 as he's dragged down inside at the 9-yard line. And Ramos picking up 6 yards on the first down carry. He makes it 2nd and 6. A first down still possible for Canby in the red zone.
Yeah, it is very possible. It looks like the first down line is going to be right there on that 5-yard line. So you got to stop them. Try to push them back a little bit right here if you're Roseburg's defense.
Gibson 5 yards deep in the shotgun with Ramos 2 yards behind him. Trips to the left side looking to pass. He's going to go right side. The quick pass. Touchdown. Canby into the end zone. It's Ronan Gay on the score. And the Cougars will go back in front with 2:27 to go here in the first half of tonight's ball game.
And right there, that was just picking on Landon Duper there. Duper didn't turn his head around, could not see where that ball was, and let the defender get behind him.
The left-footed kicker, Gartrell, will try to put it through the uprights. He made his first PAT. Kick is away, and it's good. 14-7 the score with 2:27 to go in the second quarter. Let's go ahead and take a 30-second break. We'll be back with more Roseburg football on 541radio.com and on 1490 The Score.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Back here with 2:27 to go in the first half of tonight's ball game. Canby with the score. They go back in front. Second touchdown pass of the night for Mikey Gibson. And we'll see if we see another onside kick attempt here from Canby after the first one. They go with a short pooch kick. Coming up to take it is Zymet. He'll get it at the 35, out across the 40. The ball might have come out at the end of this play. The official right there on top of it will signal it's a Roseburg football out at the 40. And the Indians will have 60 yards to try and cover and with 2:20 to go here in the first half of this ball game, trying to get this game tied again heading into the break. Tonight's game brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Plenty of time still here for Roseburg to try and get back on the board with 2:20 to go in the first half. Zymet, his first varsity start at quarterback. He's back there in shotgun with Gillespie to his right. It's a low snap. He's able to pick it up. He'll throw on the pass route over the middle. It's caught. Working his way upfield, slipping through tackles is Reitman, and he will continue. Ball came out. And the official will give it back to Roseburg. The Indians come away with the football. Reitman did fumble that ball, but the Indians back on top of it at the Canby 43.
And right there, those are the type of mistakes that you can't make if you're a Roseburg. You can't fumble the ball by trying to stay up and get extra yards. If you got 4 or 5 guys on you, you need to go down if you're Reitman.
17-yard pickup on the play. First down and 10 from the Canby 43. Roseburg moving across the 50. Reitman in motion. Pressure coming, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Canby, and Zymet. The ball comes loose. Canby comes up with it again, or he lost the defender. Zymet couldn't bring the ball carrier down. It's a big man pick six. Braden Weiss with the interception returns it to the house, and this Canby house is rocking.
And that's the second interception by one of the big men tonight.
It got tipped around. Zymet tried to just dump it off at the last second with pressure coming in the backfield. But he throws it into a pack of Cougars, and it bounced around and right into the hands of the big man, Brendan Weiss. And Wise takes it. He lost Zymet. Zymet was wrapping up the carrier and just couldn't bring him down. He slipped through and is able to get to the end zone, trying to make it 21-0. Gartrell, the PAT kick. It's a rainbow, but it splits the uprights. 1:32 to go here in the first half, and the turnover goes right into points. That's a second turnover for Roseburg that turns into points for the Canby Cougars. A pick six. And it makes it 21-7 with 1:32 here in the first half. So Canby, they've got all the momentum going on their side. They did not win a game for 22 straight, dating back to 2017. and they won last week for the first time since 2017, beating Oregon City, and now they're building that momentum into tonight's matchup against Roseburg, and they're up 2 scores.
And they're taking all the momentum. It is senior night here. They did announce the seniors for this Canby Cougar team before the game, and then they're going to do it at the same for the halftime for the band and the cheerleaders.
51 degrees here tonight in Canby. As the kickoff is away, it'll go into the end zone with the wind at the back of the kicker. And Roseburg with the touchback will get the ball out at their 20. Josh, it feels like an important moment here early on in this game. Roseburg obviously trying to do everything they can to not get down on themselves after a couple of tough plays here in the first half of this ball game.
Yeah, it is a big moment. You don't want to turn the ball over right now, that's for sure. You want to make sure you run the clock out no matter what. You got a minute 32 left in this ball game. You got to run this clock out. If you're Roseburg, and you got to try to get a score at the same time. If you can get a score going into halftime, it gives you a little bit of momentum because Canby does get the ball at the end of the halftime.
Zyman in shotgun, trips to his left side, a minute 32 to play in this first half. Pressure again, flushing him out of the pocket. Looking downfield, he pump fakes once, he's going to run it, and he gets hit hard across the near side, taken out of bounds. Zyman on the carry. He gets close to the first down marker, but he's about a yard shy, taking it to the 29.
And right now you got pretty much tackled out of bounds. That stops the clock. You're down 124 now in the time, so you got to continue to do that. If you want to try to score, you got to make sure you stop the clock just like Zyman did there.
Roseburg would like to get it back within 1 score going to halftime. Running right side. The ball comes loose again. Is it a fumble? Roseburg comes up with it. It's one of the big men, and Roseburg picking up the fumble and keeping the football for the Indians. In fact, getting it back to the line of scrimmage up along the front line for the Indians. Alex Woodring comes up with the fumble recovery, and the Indians right back at the line of scrimmage for a 3rd down and 1.
And right now, Zyman's not having a whole lot of time. The pocket's breaking down on him really, really quickly, allowing this Canby defense to get to him.
3rd down and 1, and with the carry, it's Doran Gillespie getting across the 30-yard line. That moves the chains. It'll stop the clock with 46 seconds to play in the first half, and Gillespie will get him out to the 32. Picks up 3 on the carry. Roseburg right back to the line of scrimmage. Zyman with the clock now running, dropping back to pass, looking to his left. Throws to the near sideline, but it was just off the mark. Austin Parker, the intended target, but I think some condensation starting to build up on the field, and it looked like Parker's cleats right out from underneath him.
And right now, Canby's changed up their defensive look. They've got 2 safeties now. They got a free safety and strong safety. Playing back, making sure nothing gets over the top of them. So everything that Zyman throws is going to have to be underneath.
Defensive backs will drop back here, looking to pass. They go into the flats to the far side of the field. It's caught by Carson Six, but he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he is swung backwards. I think the forward momentum is going to give him a couple of yards here. But no, on the far side, they're going to say he does not get the forward progress. He'll go back to the 32, and that's going to be back at the line of scrimmage. And it'll be 4th down. That makes it 3rd down and 10, but Roseburg probably going to just let this first half come to an end as we're down to 2 seconds. And Roseburg going to go into halftime trailing 21-7 against Canby as the home fans will give the Cougars a cheer. At the break, it's a 2-score game, 21-7. Canby in front of Roseburg. We'll have your Cooper's Pest Control halftime show when we come back. This is Roseburg football, streaming online at 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
All right, give it up for your Canby High School stunt and sideline team featuring the Cougar. Great job.
Back here at Canby High School, where the Roseburg Indians trailing at halftime.
Showing our appreciation for our band
The
seniors
Cougars on top 21-7 as we've made it to the Cooper's Pest Control halftime show. Cooper's Pest Control, your locally owned bug assassins with great low rates. Give them a call at 673-0363. Well, it was Canby early in the first quarter. They take a 7-0 lead as they got a 80-yard drive. They had a 26-yard drive that ended on a touchdown pass from sophomore quarterback Mikey Gibson, finding Chance Miller for the score. And from 19 yards out, made it 7-0 on the PAT from the left-footed kicker Joseph Gartrell. It was 7-0 after one quarter of play. In the second quarter, Roseburg would get on the board. The Indians were able to get a turnover on downs to get the ball back as Canby drive stalled out, penalties backing them way up on 1st and goal. They ended up all the way out at their 30-yard line and turned it over on an incomplete pass. Roseburg got it, marched 70 yards down the field on 7 plays, and finished with a 1-yard touchdown run from Doran Gillespie, the senior's 5th of the season. Keanu Christner made it 7-7 with 7:56 to go in the first half. Roseburg would stop Canby again at the Roseburg 30-yard line on another turnover and downs, but they went 3 and out, punted it away, and Canby made them pay. They would drive. Only took 4 plays to get there, including a big 65-yard pass play from Gibson to Miller again. It sets it up at the 15, and they were able to 2 plays later score. This time it's Gibson scoring with the help of Ronan Gay, a touchdown pass to the senior receiver, and that one from 9 yards out made it 14-7 with 2:27 to go in the first half. On the next drive for the for the Roseburg Indians, with pressure in his face, Garrett Zymet tried to throw one late, and he throws it right into a pack of defenders by Canby, and they are able to bobble it around. The juggling ends up working as it's picked off, and Braden Wise takes it to the house. It was about 35 yards on the pickoff return for a touchdown, making it 21-7, and that's our score here at the halftime break. It is the Cooper's Pest Control halftime show. Coming up, we'll take a look at some of the individual statistics from this first half with our Lamert Orthodontics score stat update, and we'll see if we have any scores that we can pass along to you here at the halftime break as well. It's 21-7. Canby is on top of the Roseburg Indians in the regular season finale for both teams. Back after a 2-minute break on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Thanks, Caleb.
Roseburg football on 541radio.com. Presented by the Mary Gilbert Group, Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. Mary has over 20 years of experience in real estate in the Roseburg area and the surrounding communities of the Umpqua Valley. Mary and her partners love to handle all types of real estate transactions, from new construction to resale homes, multifamily homes, ranches for sale, timber properties, waterfront properties, and commercial properties too. Visit marygilbert.com for more details on how the Mary Gilbert Group can help you today.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Hi, my name is Mark Martin. Thanks for watching Roseburg football on 541radio.com.
The band wore them while marching through Disneyland. Next up, we have Spencer Sheedler. Spencer is escorted tonight by Michelle and Curtis Sheedler.
The Cougars Pest Control halftime show continues on here from Canby High School. Joey Kieran and Josh Nelson here with you tonight. Roseburg trailing 21-7 at halftime, looking for a strong second half showing to see if they can get back in tonight's contest. It's time now for our Lamert Orthodontics scoreboard or stat update. Embrace Life. Call their Roseburg office at 673-0924. For the Roseburg Indians tonight, Garrett Zimet on 10 attempts this evening. He has completed 5 of them for 54 yards. Does have 1 interception, his first interception of the season. On the ground, 16 yards and 1 touchdown on 6 carries for Doran Gillespie. Garrett Zimet has 8 carries, make it 9 carries on the night. Unofficially 52 yards. I think that's going to be adjusted just a little bit when it's all said and done, but he does have the 2 fumbles this evening as well. Also this evening, 7 yards on a carry for Colin Reitman. Jay Stoffel, a 29-yard catch tonight, one of the completions for Garrett Zimet. 3 catches for a total of 8 yards for Carson 6, and Colin Reitman with 1 catch for 17 yards tonight for the Indians. On the other side for Canby, their sophomore quarterback, Mikey Gibson. He is 6 of 9 through the air for 115 yards and 2 touchdowns. And those touchdowns coming on a pass to Chance Miller, the first touchdown of the game. Miller right now on the evening is looking at 92 yards total through the air on 4 catches and the 1 score. Ronan Gay with 1 catch for a touchdown from 9 yards out. And also getting a catch was Caden Delosier for 14 yards. On the ground, Wyatt Ramos, 12 carries for 52 yards. And Mikey Gibson, 7 carries for 40 yards tonight for the Cougars. And that is a look at our first half statistics tonight, brought to you by Lamert Orthodontics. Second half action going to be coming up here in just a few. 21-7 our score at the break. Josh has been looking at trying to find some of the scores from around the Umpqua Basin and the Southwest Conference and beyond. It's our Leon Roberson Construction scoreboard update. Josh?
Congrats, Ajalon.
Hey, thanks, Joey. Add curb appeal and value to your home with concrete and masonry services from Leon Robertson Construction. Call 541-430-3930. Trying to get some score updates here. Don't have a whole lot, so I'll give you what was on the schedule, and I do have a couple scores, but not a whole lot. So in the 1A, Mohawk is at Yon College. That game was at 7, started at 7 today. Glendale was at Chiloquin. That game started at 7 p.m. Waldport at Elkin. That game was canceled. Also canceled was Waldport at Riddle. I don't know how they were supposed to play at 2 different places at the same time, but anyways, those games were canceled. Siletz Valley at North Douglas was also at 7 today, and then Days Creek won today earlier in the afternoon, 58-14 against Bonanza. In 2A, Rogue River at Reedsport, 7 o'clock tonight. Lakeview at Glide was at 7 o'clock tonight, and Oakland at Central Lynn at 7 o'clock. 3A, Douglas and South Umpqua, both teams trying to end the season on a winning note. And then Zusela at Sutherland at 7 o'clock. Sutherland's hoping to win and get a chance to have a playoff game at home starting next week. They are in the playoffs. They're hoping to move up just a little bit so that they can get a home playoff game. And then in 6A football, South Medford at North Medford in the black and blue bowl game down there that they have. And then Sheldon at Grants Pass. The last score update I had on that game was that Sheldon was leading Grants Pass 21-7 at the end of the first quarter.
All right, thank you, Josh. That is your Leon Roberson Construction scoreboard update. And we will keep an eye on things. If you've got scores, you can feel free to report to us on the 541 radio app. Let us know what's going on around the Umpqua Basin. We love to hear what's going on with those other games that we can't be at here tonight. So we appreciate everybody that helps chip in and report scores for us on the 541 radio app. Again, our score at halftime, 21-7. Josh, as we get ready for the second half here, looking at some of the things that Roseburg can try to correct, I think the biggest is going to have to be hanging on to the football in the second half of this football game.
It is. It is definitely hanging on to the football. You want to make sure you're hanging on to the football if you're Roseburg's offense, and if you're the defense, you got to stop those big yardage plays. One play scores type deal when it's a first down. You don't want to see that, especially when it's first and long or anything like third and long, anything like that. So you got to go out there, have fun, and it doesn't seem so far, the body language of Roseburg doesn't seem like they're relaxed. Go out there, play relaxed, have fun. It could be the last game of the season. If it goes the way that it's going right now, it definitely will be the last game of the season. Go out there, have fun, play for the seniors out there on your team, play for your brothers to the right and to the left of you. Last game of the season. This team, Canby, they've got all the momentum here at halftime. They've got all the energy. They're pumped up. They're ready to go. You need to come out and pretty much just hit them in the mouth and be happy. I don't know what else to say there. They just go out there and just have fun.
We will see how the second half goes for the Roseburg Indian. One half of football possibly left on this season for both of these teams. What do we have in store for you? We look forward to finding out coming up here in just a few moments as our second half kick is just around the corner. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. And by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? Aviva Health, a sponsor of Roseburg football this season here on The Score, and Flyaway Travel. Contact their travel experts for your travel plans, now located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue, or give them a call at 672-5701. Second half is about to begin. Make sure everybody knows. Tune in for tonight's game, streaming live online at 541radio.com, presented by the Mary Gilbert Group. Find listings and details on selling your home at marygilbert.com. We'll come back with the second half kick after this 2-minute break on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Roseburg football on 541radio.com. Presented by the Mary Gilbert Group, Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. Mary has over 20 years of experience in real estate in the Roseburg area and the surrounding communities of the Umpqua Valley. Mary and her partners love to handle all types of real estate transactions, from new construction to resale homes, multifamily homes, ranches for sale, timber properties, waterfront properties, and commercial properties too. Visit marygilbert.com for more details on how the Mary Gilbert Group can help you today.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Second half action just seconds away here from Canby High School. Final game of the regular season for these two teams. So we will wait until late tonight, maybe even early tomorrow morning, to find out if either team, the winner more than likely of this game, if either one is able to sneak in to the 6A state playoffs. Joey Kieran and Josh Nelson here with you, getting ready for the second half action. Tonight's game brought to you by Umpqua Dairy, your local dairy since 1939, by Pepsi and Bigfoot Beverages of Roseburg. Grab a delicious, refreshing Pepsi today. And by Road Community Credit Union, living, giving, and supporting local since 1956. Second half kickoff, Roseburg will be booting it from right to left on your radio dial. Canby will be moving left to right. They are wearing the home navy color with the gold numbers on the back. Roseburg in the road whites tonight. They go with the all whites, the white tops, white trousers this evening. Numbers on the front and the back in black as well. 21-7 our score as we get ready for the second half action here from Canby High School. And Josh, we mentioned the winner has to get into the postseason. You got to win tonight's game. Losing will not get you up in the power rankings. So a win is necessary if you want to try and keep the season going. But I like what you said. Just have some fun. This could be the last half of football many of these guys play out there for either side. Just go out and have some fun.
Yeah, that's what you got to do right now. Don't worry about next week. Don't worry about tomorrow. You're not guaranteed tomorrow. So go out there, have fun, play for your brothers to the right and left of you, and have a blast.
Kickoff coming from Christner, the right-footed kicker. Ball spotted in the middle of the field. He'll approach the ball, and the boot is away. It's not a deep kick, going to about the 30. It takes a hop right into the return man for Canby. Gets across the 35. He is forced back after that, but I believe they'll spot it out at about the 36-yard line. So Canby will have the football to start out the second half. They lead by 2 scores, 21-7. They put the ball out at the 37-yard line. Mikey Gibson, the sophomore QB, took over midway through the season for this Cougar squad, and he's looked pretty sharp tonight on the offensive side of the ball.
He has, and right now if you're Roseburg, you got to make sure that you stop. You got to get a stop here. Don't allow a long drive. Get a stop because you're only going to get a couple drives in the second half to try to make up this 14-point deficit.
Gibson with 12 touchdowns on the season passing. He's got 2 added here tonight to make it 13. He's looking to pass on first down. He made some room in the pocket, rolling out to his left, but his pass downfield incomplete on the first play of the second half.
And he got leveled by a Roseburg defender. It looks like Logan Kloppenstein, number 18, leveled him. The quarterback for Canby, just let him know that, hey, we're not giving up just yet.
Klopfenstein, a sophomore that we'll see throughout the evening tonight. He's out in a defensive back position to the left side for the defense. Have not seen Rourke Martin return as well as they hand it off up the middle. It's Ramos running. He gets out to the 45. Not quite a first down carry, but he's just about to the 46 on the second down carry to make it third down and short.
It's going to be third and very short right here, about 1.5 yards.
9 yards on the carry.
Picking up 9 was Ramos. And now what do they do here on third down and short in shotgun? Ramos in the pistol formation behind. They hand it off to him up the middle. He slips through. He's into the second level, and he's across the 50 out to the 45. And Ramos moves the chains as he moves into Roseburg territory.
And right now this Canby team has the momentum going their way. If you notice in the first half, they were quick to the line, trying to get plays off quick. Right now, they're going to be slow to the line. They're going to take a little bit of time off the clock, as much time as they possibly can.
1st and 10 from the 45. Roseburg's half of the field for the Cougars, looking to pass. A lot of time to survey the field. Now pressure coming as the pocket collapses and running right into the defense. Coming up, Colin Reitman will make the stop on Gibson, taken down in the backfield.
And it was Gillespie with Reitman there to help finish off that tackle. Reitman held him up. Gillespie joined him and brought him to the ground.
Loss of 3 yards on the carry for Gibson. Puts him back at the 48-yard line. 2nd down and 13. In shotgun Gibson. He's going to take off with it himself, and he stretches at the last second with that football. I almost thought it was going to come out there, but he dangerously lifts up over his head, trying to get as much out of that run as he can, and he does a good job getting it to the 42, but could be a risky play to let the football out there like that.
Yeah, you don't want to leave that football there.
3rd and 7.
6-yard pickup on the carry for Gibson. At the 42, they've got to get it to the 35. Looking to pass, Gibson in the backfield. He whips it out to the far side, and it was just short as it skips in. A short hop to the intended receiver on the far side of the field. That one intended for Jackson Lindman, and it couldn't quite get there. It'll be 4th down and about 7.
And right now, we haven't seen Canby even try to punt right now. Looks like they're going to continue with their offense. So Roseburg, if they can get a stop here, would have a little bit of momentum going forward if they can get a stop and then hurry up and get into quick score.
Roseburg has stopped the Cougars twice on a turnover on down. They'll see if they can do it here on 4th and 7. 9:36 to go, 3rd quarter. Looking to pass. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. That ball lofted up downfield, and it is incomplete. Well beyond the intended target downfield. And no punt unit out. Another turnover on down for the Cougars. And Roseburg will take the football out near midfield.
And it looked like Six had the angle there, actually, to go get the interception. He would have been tackled back behind the 20-yard line, and it almost looked like he held up on purpose, knowing that he wasn't going to get very far, and he'd get better field position if he didn't try to intercept that ball.
Makes the smart play there. Roseburg will set up on offense, trying to cut into this 14-point deficit early here in the 3rd quarter. 9:29 to go. Zyman in quarterback. He'll pass to the near side. It is to Six. He slips through. The defense found a little bit of a seam, and it doesn't take much for Carson Six to get downfield. He gets across the 45 to the 47.
And that's a miscommunication because there were Six and Parker. They both bubbled out on that screen. One of them was supposed to pick up a block.
There's a 5-yard pickup to Carson Six. Makes it 2nd down and 5 for the Indians. Ball at the 47, Roseburg's half of the field. They'll set up with Parker and Reitman to the left side. They move Reitman in motion left to right. Hand it off to him. Going to try and stretch it. Has a blocker. A penalty flag out. Reitman turns it upfield. He's got the 1st down carry, but this one could possibly coming back. A penalty flag in the backfield.
And that's in the area of holding, and I'm pretty sure that one's going to come back against Roseburg, as they indicate it is.
The penalty flag's back at the 43-yard line, so that could take Roseburg back even further, back inside the 40 if they go from the spot of the foul, which I do believe they will. And they will walk it back to where the flag is. So penalty on the Indians, the first of the second half. It's going to back them up and make it a more difficult play on second down here.
So I don't necessarily agree with where that penalty flag was, just because everything was moving forward. Everything was in front, and that's not even where the original line of scrimmage was. So I'm not sure how the holding is way back in the backfield.
And they take it all the way down to the 33-yard line. So from the line of scrimmage, that's a 14-yard loss for Roseburg. It's going to make it 2nd down and long here. They've got to get it to the 48 on the other half of the field from their own 33 here. Zyman in shotgun, looking to pass. Lofts it out under the flats. And in and out of the hands of Doran Gillespie out on the far side of the field. The defense collapsing to get to that one. If Gillespie catches that, it's not going to go for much. He would have had a defender right on him. And an incompletion stops the clock with 8:36.
And right there, you don't want to set your receiver up to catch that ball. And I don't think Gillespie really wanted to catch that ball because he was going to get nailed the second he caught that ball. He kind of looked at the ball, looked at the defender, and then kind of let it drop because he knew he was going to get hit.
3rd down and 19 for Roseburg. Ball at their own 33 in the middle of the field between the hash marks. The Indians taking their time, looking to the sideline. In fact, the offensive coordinator Jeff Freeman out there giving the play to Stoffel and Duper, and Stoffel runs the play out there, and I think Jay Stoffel might be taking over at quarterback on this play as whistles from the officials. It looked as if the official was calling for the things to stop here. Not sure if we'll get an explanation. Here we go.
There's no flag for the line of the play. The officials timeout to cover up a scab.
Officials timeout. No flag on the play.
I think he said to cover up a scab. Might have been some blood, a blood timeout, something like that, a little bit there. So out of the break, the huddle, it is the senior Jay Stoffel that takes over at quarterback. He's got Gillespie to his left. Roseburg making the switch at quarterback. Stoffel looking to pass. He rushes out of the pocket to his right, looking to throw. He's going to tuck it instead, and he gets hit as he runs downfield. He's only going to pick up short yardage, and Roseburg's going to face 4th down.
And this is going to bring up 4th and 19, very long for Roseburg. And right now you're going to have to punt the ball away and then try to get another stop on the defensive side of the ball.
So Stoffel only 1 yard on that pickup there. So it's 4th and a long 18, let's call it. 8:02 and the clock counting here in the 3rd quarter. 21-7, Canby in front of Roseburg. Stoffel will drop back to punt, and he gets the kick away. Not a bad one. Angle to the sideline. It'll take a Canby bounce, and it actually just dies. Like a punter or like a golfer with his wedge trying to get the golf ball to sit on the green. That punt dies in Canby territory at the 39. And Canby's offense will come out leading to 21-7 on top of the Roseburg Indians with 7:46 to go here in the 3rd quarter. So the offense unable to get something going, and we'll be watching to see if Jay Stoffel stays in at quarterback for the next drive for the Indians. On the other side, it's Mikey Gibson. He's been leading the offense pretty well here tonight for the Cougars. He sets up at his own 39-yard line in shotgun. Turns, hands it off, running over the left side. Things wide open. Wyatt Ramos, he drags Landon Duper into Roseburg territory down to the 30-yard line. And it's a huge play. Josh, you were saying you got to limit those, and Wyatt Ramos comes and explodes up the middle.
Well, and Wyatt Ramos, he's 6'1", 210, going up against Landon Duper, last man that's tried to stop him. Landon Duper's 5'10", 150 pounds. Ramos has 50 pounds on him, and he showed right there, continuing to drag Duper down the field.
It's a 33-yard gain for Ramos on the ground. Into Roseburg territory. The ball at the 27. And timeout on the field. The Roseburg Indians going to take a quick break. With 7:14 to go in the 3rd quarter, Roseburg trails 21-7 against Canby. We'll take a break on 541radio.com and 1490 the score.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Out of the timeout by Roseburg, Canby with the football, 1st and 10 from the Roseburg 27. Handed off Ramos. This time, nowhere to go. He gets met in the backfield. Gets taken back to the 30-yard line. The loss of 2 yards on the play for Wyatt Ramos to make it 2nd down and 12.
And it looks like Hunter Blix and Caden Alexander Gingery were there on the tackle. They were able to get through that offensive line and just pretty much stop him.
Negative play for Canby on the first down carry as the clock ticks to 6:42 here in the third. They lead by 14. Fake the handoff, pass out into the flats. It's Ronan Gay, makes the catch. He slips, Landon Duper, and will get pushed out of bounds on the near sideline by Jay Stoffel. And that pass is going to move the chains again for the Cougars. Roseburg looked like they might have had a chance to stop him on a short gain, but a great move there by Ronan Gay to get him downfield.
They did have a chance to stop him on short play. They weren't able to, and then at the end of the play, Stoffel got behind him and then pushed him forward and out of bounds. He got a couple extra feet forward before he was actually pushed out of bounds.
It's a pickup of 20 on the play by Ronan Gay. Sets up 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line, so actually take away 5 yards on that play. They go to Gay again. He tries to sidestep Duper. He gets through another tackle, and almost down to the 5. They'll mark him down to the 6. And that'll be a pickup of 9 through the air, once again, to Ronan Gay.
Going to make it 2nd and half a yard right now for Canby.
So they've only got a short yard to try and make the first down. They're only 6 yards away from pay dirt, trying to really stretch this one out against Roseburg. Already with 2 touchdown passes tonight is Mikey Gibson. Sets up in shotgun. Hands it off. No, he's going to keep it. Running left side. Tried to spin through the defense, and he gets pounded. He was right near the line of scrimmage. And I think that's where they're going to mark him. No loss of yards, but he doesn't gain anything either to be 3rd and 1.
And Roseburg did a great job swarming to the quarterback, led by John Pike there at defensive end. John Pike does a great job at sealing that outside edge. He seals it, makes sure nothing comes that way, kind of just stays on that outside edge. It did a great job leading the way for the Indians defense to tackle the quarterback.
The big back Ramos, the deep man behind the quarterback. Fake the handoff to him. They'll go into the flats to Miller. He cuts back to the middle of the field, bouncing off tackler, still on his feet, pushing towards the goal line. He won't get there, but he moves the chains and sets up 1st down and goal for the Canby Cougars. Down inside the 5. I think they'll set him up right around the 2-yard line.
And right now, if you're Canby, that's kind of what you want. You want them to try to get a score there, but once the ball's marked, the clock starts, and it should continue to run until you end up scoring.
4:53 and counting here in the third quarter. Looking to pass. The slant route, not on target for Gibson. Trying to go to the receiver from the far side of the field. I believe that was Lindman.
Unless you try to throw a pass if you're Canby, then if it's an incomplete pass, the clock's going to end up stopping just like it did there with 4:46 left in the third quarter.
2nd down and goal from the 3. Coming out of the game will be Caden Boyd, the junior receiver. You've got Gay and Miller to the right side. Ramos in the backfield. Turns in, fakes the handoff to him. Running to his left is Gibson. He's deep in the backfield, and he will not escape. John Pike with a huge sack in the backfield, taking it outside the 15-yard line. The sophomore thought he could outrun Pike, and he does not.
And that's a huge stop right there, huge loss there by John Pike to get there and be able to bring him down. And John Pike's been close several times getting to that quarterback. He's doing a tremendous job on this defensive line tonight. I think he's doing the best job that I've seen him do probably all season.
He drops him for a 13-yard loss, so now it's 3rd down and goal from the 16. Gibson looks quickly to the right side, passes to Gay. They're going to try to run that same play. Gay gets it down to the 10. They might give him the 9, and a penalty flag out at the very end of that play. Ronan Gay.
It's going to be holding on Canby on Logan Kloppenstein. The white hat threw that penalty because line judge did not throw the penalty. He was looking right at the play, and Logan Kloppenstein was pretty much being pushed down to the ground from his back and couldn't make a stop on that play.
It is against Canby. It was going to be 4th down and goal from the 10, but Roseburg will back him up from the spot of the foul, which is the 17-yard line. After the block in the back, takes it back outside the 25 to the 27, a 10-yard penalty. So Canby hurting themselves once again deep in Roseburg territory. They get backed out to the 27. It is once again is 3rd down and goal from the 27. Gibson in shotgun with Ramos behind him. Trips to the far side of the field. Ronan Gay, the one target to the right side. Looking to the left side. Gibson steps up in the pocket. He's going to launch it downfield. One-on-one coverage, and it's overshot for Chance Miller to the far side of the end zone. And that brings up 4th down, Josh, from the 27. And what we've seen tonight, if it continues to stay, Canby, I believe, will be looking to go for it here.
Yeah, I think they're going to definitely try to go for it here. Again, Logan Klopfenstein was in the right spot on that pass, too. He was in the area where he was actually more in the area to try to intercept that ball than the receiver was to actually catch it.
4th down and goal from the 27. Can Roseburg hold? They're down by 14 with 3:51 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Looking to try and get a big stop on the defensive side. They move Miller in motion into the backfield. He'll bubble out to the far side. Now comes back to the near side. Blitz coming on the screen. Pass to the far side is tipped up and incomplete. They try to get a little fancy with the 4th down play, and it doesn't work. And once again, Canby turns the ball over in Roseburg territory, facing goal from outside the 25.
Yeah, and Mikey Gibson comes up limping on that play. That's a quarterback for Canby there. That's not necessarily a great sign for Canby, but for Roseburg, that's what you have to do. You've got to get pressure on that sophomore quarterback like that. Make him throw quick, make him throw inaccurate passes. It seems to have been working pretty much any time that Roseburg gets any pressure on him.
Garrett Zymit's back at quarterback for Roseburg on this drive. The junior was replaced for one play by Stoffel. He's going to step up in the pocket. Pressure coming. He felt the pressure from the backside, is able to slip through the tackler, dives forward, but he only picks up about a yard on the scramble for Garrett Zymit out to the 28 as Roseburg started at their own 27, trailing 21-7 with 3:27 to go here in the 3rd.
And you're hoping here that Roseburg will give some urgency, try to get a score here before the end of the 1st or 3rd quarter so that you're only down by 1 score going into the 4th quarter.
Could be the final half of football for both these teams here in 2019. Quarterback is warming up on the Canby sideline here. Zymit's going to run the option. He'll pitch it late to Gillespie on the right side. Got a block, and he gets sprung free, and that flag comes from deep downfield. There were 3 officials near that play, and the flag comes out at the very end, and now another late flag comes out. And I got a bad feeling this one's bringing this play back for Gillespie.
The first one's a crackback block on Roseburg. It's thrown by the back judge that's literally 40 yards down the field. Not sure how he has the right to throw that flag when the White Hat's right there watching the play. Didn't throw the flag. The next one's on
well, they may be the same penalty. They do mark a personal foul against Roseburg, and I don't know if they're going to mark anything else off here.
No, it doesn't look like it. I thought they were going to get Zymet for talking to the referee and kind of saying something right afterwards. He was kind of looking right at him when he did it.
The White Hat throwing his flag late on that one. Official going to give us an explanation real quick.
Personal foul, onside block. Number 16 on the offense. The penalty is half the distance to goal. After the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on number 10 on the offense. That penalty is half the distance to the 7. It will be 7 down.
And another penalty flag just came out right now from the side judge. I think it's on Roseburg's bench.
Wow. So they already have 2 personal foul and an unsportsmanlike penalty foul, and now it looks like a late flag on as the explanation was coming out. And the Whitecap's going to go over to talk with the Roseburg sideline here. Last week it was an adventure, and it's going to continue this week. But we'll see where the ball gets spotted here. It could be a total of 3 penalties against Roseburg on a drive that looked like it was getting things going.
Well, I don't know. Wasn't here, didn't hear what was said.
Getting a glimpse into what the official was going to be talking about with the coaches over there.
He said he had no idea what was said over there.
Good to know they're throwing flags even though they don't know what was said.
I think that's a white hat talking to him, and he wasn't around when the penalty flag was thrown.
The coaches or the officials still talking with Coach Heiberger over there. Final game of the 2019 regular season for the Roseburg Indians. They're trying to get to 3-6 for a third consecutive year. And the white hat still has his microphone on, doesn't realize he is communicating at times with the entire stadium. So he is going to come out, and we'll see if they add a third penalty on this one.
After the play, get ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Roseburg head coach. That penalty be administered half the distance to the 3.5-yard line.
So it's 3 personal fouls against Roseburg, one coming on Coach Heiberger at the end there. And it's going to back Roseburg up practically to the goal line.
It's on the 3-yard line. That's going to make it, 2nd and 34?
They got to get it out to the 37, so that sounds about right. Ball goes all the way back to the 3-yard line for Roseburg. Wow. Obviously, Coach Heiberger wasn't happy with one of the calls there. Let the officials know about it. They were unhappy with it.
And there's a big old public address before the game about making sure you keep your temper down and language polite and everything else. So you should have heard the fans whenever they announced that penalty.
Triple to the left. Trips to the left. They hand it up right up the middle. Things open wide up for Doran Gillespie, and the senior runs to the right. At the hash mark, he gets the ball from the 3. He's going to take it outside the 20. I think they'll put him out to the 23-yard line. A pickup of 20 for Gillespie as a senior trying to make up the penalty distance for the Indians.
They're going to put him at the 24-yard line. The nose of the ball's right at the 24-yard line.
21 yards on the pickup for Gillespie, giving him 37 yards on the night. He came in tonight 48 yards shy of 1,500 for his career, so he is inching his way there. 11 yards needed. Trips again to the left for Zymet. Back there, looking to pass. He squares, fires downfield. He overshoots, and it's intercepted. On the return, Ronan Gay will get it down inside the 20, and Canby with the ball back in their hands after the 4th turnover of the night for the Roseburg Indians.
And right now, that's their 3rd interception for Canby tonight. That first one was an interception, not a fumble.
Yeah, they've got 2 interceptions.
And the other one off of the other lineman that caught the ball?
No, first one was a fumble. Because the ball hit the ground on the first one.
I have it not hitting the ground.
We will confirm, but it's at least the 4th turnover of the night for the Roseburg Indians. Canby will have it with 2:01 to play. Up the middle goes Ramos. 2:01 here in the 3rd quarter. Canby with the football. Started at the Roseburg 18. And they run the ball.
Roseburg players. Brings up 2nd down and 2.
2nd down and 2 after the run by Ramos. Gaining the ball down to the 10. They will fake the handoff to Ramos, passing into the flats. It's Ronan Gay after the interception. He's stretching for the goal line. Just shy of the end zone. As he stretched, he'll come up a yard shy. It'll be 1st and goal.
Pass completion, Gibson's pass completion is good.
And he's lucky that they didn't actually call that touchdown. It looked from right here that he actually got that stretch before he was down.
So they'll set up 1st and goal from the 1. 9 yards on the completion. Give the handoff. Ramos makes one cut up the middle, and he's in for the touchdown. 3 plays and a touchdown for Canby off the interception.
And right now, Roseburg just doesn't seem to have that fight, that drive that they had against Sheldon last week to come back in the second half, only limited them to 14 points. in the second half. They're just kind of soaking around, not moving around, just with that energy that they had last week.
PAT is good for Gartrell. And it is 28-7. Canby in front of Roseburg with 59.8 to go in the third quarter. Back after a quick 30-second break on 541radio.com and on 1490 The Score.
Roseburg football on 541radio.com. Presented by the Mary Gilbert Group, Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. Mary has over 20 years of experience in real estate in the Roseburg area and the surrounding communities of the Umpqua Valley. Mary and her partners love to handle all types of real estate transactions, from new construction to resale homes, multifamily homes, ranches for sale, timber properties, waterfront properties, and commercial properties too. Visit marygilbert.com for more details on how the Mary Gilbert Group can help you today.
Ball never hit the ground.
59.8 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 28-7, Canby in front of Roseburg. Unfortunately, turnovers playing big tonight for the Roseburg Indians. And that time a short field to work with for Canby, and they were able to take advantage. 3 plays later, a 1-yard touchdown run for Wyatt Ramos. He gets his first touchdown run of the night. Ramos punching it in from 1 yard out. Kickoff is away. It'll be taken by Carson 6 at the 20, and he fumbles.
There is a
fumble at the end of the play, and a penalty flag out at the end of the play as well.
And Zymet's going to probably get it tossed on this one. He kicked the Canby player in the head on that. I'm pretty sure that's going up against Roseburg, against Zymet on that one.
The ball's out at the 20, and Roseburg did keep possession. It looks like
again, those scores from around the state.
Looking at Stoffels over on the sideline by the coaches. I don't see Zymet anywhere. Not sure if he preemptively knows maybe what could be coming, but he could be over there talking with the coaches as well.
After the play, they call personal foul. Number 10 on the offense. The penalty is half the distance. First down.
Not an ejection, just a personal foul again against Zymet. He goes back to the 10-yard line for Roseburg after the return, with the penalty back to half the distance to the goal line.
And he's pretty lucky that wasn't an ejection there, because it really looked from here like it was a purpose kick underneath the helmet up. So that one's really lucky there. You don't want to do that. Show some sportsmanship, even if you're down 28-7.
Frustrations, I'm sure, coming out here at the end of this season here for Roseburg. They had come in here with high hopes tonight, and right now not working out in their favor. Down 21, they'll take a timeout. Let's go ahead and take it as well. 52 seconds to go in the third quarter on 541radio.com and on 1490 The Score.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate! Another score of note is Newburgh 31, Glencoe 0.
Wrapping up the final 52 seconds of the third quarter. Roseburg trying to mount some sort of comeback here in the second half against Canby. It was 7-7 early in the second quarter. It's been all Canby since. They lead 28-7, taking advantage of turnovers by Roseburg here tonight. In at quarterback is going to be Jay Stoffel as they make the switch again. Simon's had a tough night back there here tonight. Doran Gillespie, I believe, the running back to the right of Stoffel, trips to the left side of the formation. Stoffel's going to roll to his right. He'll pass, and it's picked off. It is Canby's kind of night.
It is, and no matter what Roseburg tries to do, they cannot come up and try to fix with Zymet or Stoffel at quarterback. trying to get that momentum that they were looking for. I have a score update right now. North Medford going into the second half. They are leading South Medford 31-14.
Ball goes to the 12-yard line for Canby after the interception by Nathan Bailey. So Stoffel throwing his interception here tonight. For Jay Stoffel, that's his 7th interception of the season thrown at quarterback. Mikey Gibson gets to come back out and lead the offense once again with a short field. Leading 28-7, trying to add to it before the fourth quarter begins. Gibson in shotgun, quads to the right side. Nobody back there with him, but he's going to go to the solo man on the far side. In and out of the hands, intended for Chance Miller, and he took a shot as he came down. He had Carson Six and Jay Stoffel over there in coverage. And boy, Miller paid for that one.
He did. Gibson, the quarterback there for Canby, he is still favoring that right leg, knee area, even though he's out there playing. You can see he's not moving nearly as fast and kind of gingerly on that right knee.
Fakes the handoff. He's going to pass into the flats. It's caught by Miller. This time he's got open space. He is fighting to get to the goal line, still on his feet. No whistles yet. They're going to keep letting this play go. And finally, they blow the play dead. It's going to be near the first down marker. I think the signal is for a first down. It'd be first and goal. Yeah, they signal for first and goal. The ball down to the 1-yard line.
And that's Reitman out there. Reitman's doing a great job in the secondary today, too. He's getting a hold of Canby offensive players, and he just held them back and kept holding them back for quite a while.
Fake the handoff. Gibson with it. Rolls to the right side, and he's in. Another touchdown with 11 seconds to go in the third quarter. And Canby running away with this one here tonight.
Yeah, and right there, Gibson did not show, Canby's quarterback did not show any weakness in his right knee.
34-7 on the touchdown run for Gibson. It's been a unfortunate third quarter for the Roseburg Indians. Left-footed kicker Gartrell out to put it through the uprights. High snap, placement down, the kick is away, and good. 35-7, Canby in front with 11 seconds to go in the third quarter. We'll take another 30-second break and come back with more of the game here from Canby High School on 541radio.com and on 1490 The Score.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Well, for the Canby fans tonight, they're getting treated to a fun one. After a 22-game losing streak, they snapped it last week against Oregon City, and now they're looking to win back-to-back games and see if they can move their way into the postseason, ranked number 35 by the OSAA. A win at home here tonight might be the trick to get them in, depending on how the rankings wrap up. Kickoff is away by Canby, leading 35-7. It goes to the 2-yard line, picked up by Duper. He cuts it to the near hash, lowers his head. Penalty flag out as Duper gets out to the 29-yard line. Oh, he probably jinxed it, Josh. We said that first half of action went really quick, and now the penalty flags have been coming out here in the second half. Not like it's been unwarranted penalties, but it has slowed down this ball game just a little bit here in the second half of it.
It definitely has, and it looks like it's going to be on number 88. I think it's Parker.
It's a hold on Parker, if that's the case. It is a hold against Roseburg, bringing him back. The return out to the 20, and that's where the penalty was. Half the distance of the goal will be back to the 10, and that's where Roseburg had the ball the last time they had it. And they will start there again. So Roseburg brings the offense back out. Last time we saw Jay Stoffel at quarterback. See what they do here. They've got Zymet back there again. Trailing 35-7 with 3.1 seconds to go in the third quarter. Zymet in at quarterback. Hands it off. Running up the middle is Carson Thompson. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the first carry of the night for Thompson as he gets it out to the 13, and the third quarter comes to an end. We will head to the fourth quarter. Roseburg trailing 35-7 after a 60-second break on 541radio.com and on 1490 The Score.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Hi, my name is Mark Martin. Thanks for watching Roseburg Football on 541radio.com.
Fourth quarter action for you tonight here from Canby High School. Tonight's Roseburg football game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County, and by Terra Firma Foundations, where the strongest foundations are built on trust. Roseburg trailing 35-7 here against the Canby Cougars. They will head out there to start the fourth quarter with the football, facing 2nd down and 8. A pass out to the near side to Jay Stoffel. He makes one man miss with a juke move and then is able to weave his way down the near sideline. He'll pick up the first down, getting it out to the 25, and Roseburg will have a fresh set of downs to start the fourth quarter with a little bit of positive momentum.
Yeah, just a little bit of positive momentum and getting down the field. Roseburg needs to try to get something done if they're even going to try to come back now that it's started the fourth quarter. They got to score quick, probably get a couple onside kicks.
It was a 12-yard pickup for Stoffel on the pass completion from Zymet. They run the ball on first down and don't really get it much past the line of scrimmage on the play.
It was a bad snap. It was laying on the ground, and Stoffel took his eye off of it trying to pick it up. Took him a second to get it off the ground, and then he picked up about 2 yards.
Thompson gets one on the carry. Makes it 2nd down and 9. Low snap again, passing far side, and the pass is high, intended for Austin Parker. And the incompletion stops the clock with 11:07, and now Roseburg facing 3rd down and long.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
They've got the ball out to the 26.5, make it a long 8-yard line to try and pick up, or make it a long 8 to try and pick up. Clock is stopped here in the fourth. Move a man in motion, fake the handoff. Pressure coming on the blitz, but Zymet able to get the ball away on the slant route. He took a hit, but he's going to get the first down the field.
And that's Parker that ended up receiving that ball. Did a great job holding on to it, too. He was getting held up. He had both hands over that ball while he was getting tackled. Make sure he wasn't going to fumble that ball.
It's an 11-yard pickup. Got to like what you see there on that pass completion. Parker with his first catch of the night. Stoffel to the right side, trips to the left. They hand it off. It's Thompson. He breaks free up the middle. He's into the secondary, across the 50, down inside the 45. And a great job by the senior. Hasn't had many carries so far tonight. Came in with 300 yards on the season and 4 touchdowns, but he's starting to get some work here in the fourth quarter.
And Carson Thompson doing a great job. Both, again, Parker, the play before that, Thompson on that. As they're getting ready to get touched, bring both hands over that ball to make sure that it's not going to get stripped away or knocked away out of their hands.
19-yard pickup for Thompson on the run. The snap bounces to Zyman, but he picks it up, fires it to the far side. He gets it to Reitman. Reitman, he makes a man miss as he blew through the defender, spun his way, and he's still on his feet on the far sideline, staying in bounds. He gets it inside the 35. He goes down to the 33. And once again, I think it's a first down for Roseburg as the Indians. This is what we wanted to see them on moving the football.
And that was number 26, Joseph Gartrell, that Reitman ran through. He lowered his head. He put the boom on him, laid him on his back, and then was able to continue to go.
The pass play goes for 12 yards for Reitman. Second catch of the night for him. They look to the sideline for the play here. 1st and 10 from the 32. Clock still running with 10 minutes to go. 35-7 our score. Blitz coming from the corner, handed off up the middle, and Thompson running with the football. He gets it near the 25. I want to say he's down at the 26-yard line. Nice pickup on first down for the senior.
And Thompson's getting his work in right now. He's doing a great job running that ball.
6-yard pickup on the ground for Thompson. 6 and Stoffel to the right side with Reitman in the slot. They pass it to him over the middle on the inside screen. Reitman to the 10 at the 5. He gets taken down, and Colin Reitman is going to set up 1st and goal for Roseburg as the inside screen works to perfection for Roseburg.
Inside screen worked really well, but his wall was actually to the other side of him, and they were looking at him trying to figure out where he was going to run to. He kind of ran away from his wall.
22 yards on the pickup, 1st and goal. Pass on the slant route, and a penalty flag out. It was intended for Austin Parker. Had a man draped on him, and the penalty flag, I assume, will go against Canby.
It probably is going to go against Canby. It looks like it's going to be a pass interference call, and Parker was kind of put both hands up, shaking him in the air like, yeah, he finally got a call on pass interference. It was just a quick slant there by Parker.
Penalty is half the distance.
Half the distance to the goal on the penalty by Canby. Should be down to the 2, and it is. Redo first down, 1st and goal from the 2-yard line for Roseburg. Zyman at shotgun. And Thompson to his left at the moment. You've got Stoffel and 6 stacked to the right side of the formation. Reitman in the slot, and Parker, the lone man, to the far side of the field. Roseburg trailing big, but trying to get some positive stuff going here at the end of the game. Handed off, Thompson running right side, tries to bury his way into the end zone. Can't get there. And it'll be 2nd and goal, I think right back at the line of scrimmage at the 2.
Yeah, it's going to be right back at the line of scrimmage. He's going to be brought down kind of in between the 2, the 1, somewhere, you can't really tell.
Penalty flag out.
Penalty flag for 12 men on the field.
And they are doing a quick count. And it is too many men on the field for the defense. So, be half the distance to the goal, which I guess should take it down to the 1. So Roseburg just a half yard closer. 8:52 with the clock stopped. 35-7 the score. Zyman in shotgun. Thompson now on his right side. Trips to the right side of the formation. Pressure coming. Picking up the blitz is Thompson, and the fade route to the far corner incomplete, intended for Parker, and Roseburg now facing 3rd down from the 1.
And that ball was just supposed to be a lob up for Parker to reach up there and try to grab that ball, but it was just overthrown, and Parker didn't even have a chance to jump up to grab that ball. It was going way out of bounds. Right now it'd be interesting to see if Zyman kind of does that same play, quarterback sneak into the end zone, try to get them going one way, score the other.
Reitman going to get it on the end around, trying to stretch it to the goal line. No, will not. No gain. It'll be 4th down and goal from the 2 for Roseburg.
Carry for Roseburg. He was met by number
Actually loses a yard. And Roseburg, I think, trying to get some seniors some touches and touchdowns here. They've been focusing on Parker, trying to get Reitman some action. The seniors trying to get a little bit of love here at the end of the regular season. Zyman in at shotgun. Thompson moves to his left, trips to the right side. 4th down and goal from the 1.5. Looking to pass on the slant route. Did he catch it? Incomplete. And it's a turnover on downs on Roseburg.
And I think you're right. I think that Coach Heiberg is trying to get the seniors a touchdown, trailing right now by about 4 touchdowns with 8:04 left in the quarter, trying to get the seniors some touchdowns, get them some love before their evening's over with, before their high school football season is over with.
So a promising drive for Roseburg stalls out at the 2-yard line. Canby will come back out with their offense at their own 2-yard line. Going to have a new man in at quarterback. Andrew Peters, the senior backup quarterback. I think he started as the starting quarterback at the start of the year. He comes in, he's in shotgun, turns and hands it off. They try to run right side, still on his feet, bulldozing their way forward, trying to get some space to work. They get it out to the 5. It's Wyatt Ramos on the carry for about 3 yards.
And right now, Mikey Gibson, he is on the sideline with his hands in his warmer sleeve type deal, with the helmet on, kind of dancing around. They're just getting another quarterback in there, trying to run some time off the clock.
Getting the senior out there, giving him a chance to get some run. Peters in shotgun, standing on the goal line, tries to draw the defense offside, will not get a flag as the snap comes to him in the end zone. Pressure coming, Roseburg looking for the sack. The ball goes out the back of the end zone, and it should be a safety or a fumble out of the end zone.
And it is going to be a safety.
Peters is tackled in the end zone for a safety.
They will give Roseburg the 2 points there. I didn't see the signal, but Roseburg gets the 2 points on the scoreboard, and they're walking it back out. So a sack for Roseburg in the end zone, a safety, and the Indians will get 2 points and get the ball back, trailing now 35-9. So Peters comes in a tough situation, and unfortunately gives up the sack and the 2 points.
And then right there, if you can hurry up and get a score, if you're Roseburg, you're only down, 6? You get a score 7 points. You're only down, 3 touchdowns still?
3 touchdowns still? Is that what you said? I was doing math of a different kind, and you were helping me out, so it's still a long way to go.
So you're down 20.
You'd love to see
19 points.
You'd love to see Roseburg make it interesting, but it may feel like it's a little too late, even with the safety there. Kicking it from deep in their own half of the field after the safety, Canby will put the tee down at the 20-yard line and kick off from there. Roseburg with their return men out at the 25-yard line. Duper and 6 deep to try and return this ball. It'll be Chance Miller that looks, it'll be Gartrell that kicks it away. The ball just gets across the 50. It's picked up by Gillespie. He'll run left side, cuts it upfield, and he gets it across the 45 in Canby territory, and Roseburg will have half the field to work with. After the return by Gillespie, gets him out to the 43.
He was tackled by number 30.
So Roseburg with the ball back in their hands, trailing 35-9. Just trying to, as Coach Heiberger told us at the start of the game, trying to have some fun, and I think trying to get the seniors out there a little bit of a chance to put some stats together here at the end of the season.
Well, right now, this is a big deal for Canby as well, because this will be their second win on the season. If Canby score ends this way, it'll be their second win in 2 years, too.
In at shotgun, fumble on the handoff, and I think Canby's going to come away with it.
There was a fumble on the play. It was recovered by the Cougars.
It was, I believe, Gillespie out there at running back, and the handoff from Zymet.
Canby will take over.
Couldn't finish it off.
First and 10 from their own 45-yard line.
So another fumble by Roseburg. Just so many turnovers here tonight.
A bunch of turnovers. This is definitely uncommon of this Roseburg team. They don't turn the ball over this many times ever. I mean, I don't think we've seen a game this year where they've turned the ball over this many times.
Canby has it at their own 45-yard line after the turnover. Peters out there, turns and hands it to Ramos, running right into the middle of the defense, and he is turned right back around. He'll pick up a yard out to the 46.
Ramos on the carry for the Cougars.
Ramos has had a nice night tonight. He is over 100 yards. I have him unofficially at 114 this evening. He's got the one touchdown run.
Gain of about 1 on the play brings up 2nd and 9.
Ramos will set up to the right of Peters in shotgun. He is 6:33 and counting. Ramos gets it, trying to stretch it to the near side, and John Pike is there to come up with the tackle. Stopping him at the line of scrimmage, actually losing a yard back there for Ramos. Back to the 45, and it's 3rd and 10.
Loss of 1 on the play brings up 3rd and 10.
And Roseburg's doing a great job on their defensive front to be able to get stops here on this Canby team. But you got several different guys coming in now for Canby to go out there and try to get some play time.
In shotgun, Peters will drop back to pass on 3rd and 10. Looking to the right side, a wobbly pass downfield. Had a man open, but overshoots. Caden Boyd, the junior receiver, can't get underneath that one. And it'll make it 4th down and 10.
And it looks like this time Canby's actually going to send the punt team out here to probably punt this ball away.
Yeah, I've not seen the punter used yet tonight for Canby, but dropping back will be Boyd. It looks like he will do the honors. Deep to return for Roseburg is Carson 6. High snap, pulled in. Boyd gets the kick away. It's a decent one. Towards the sideline, takes a bounce. And we'll roll for Canby just a bit. Down to about the 26. 5:38 to go here in tonight's ball game. Roseburg with the ball back in their hands, trailing with 35-9 at the moment. Trying to come out and just put some more points on the board, see if they can make it a little bit more respectable.
Into the game for the Cougars, number 67, Dylan Shaw.
Roseburg starts with the football at their own 28-yard line. At quarterback is Zyman. He'll pass it to Jay Stoffel on the near side. Broke down, ready for a juke move. Instead, just turns on the burners, uses a stiff arm to get a little bit more extra room as he comes to the near sideline. Gets it out across the 35. Pushed out of bounds, and Roseburg will have 2nd down and short.
Gain of about 9 on the play brings up 2nd and 1.
Out to the 36. Pickup of 8 on the play. Five and a half minutes to go here in this ball game. Trips to the left side for Zyman. High snap, he'll pull it in, and he throws it short. That ball in the backfield intended for Reitman, but the pass goes right to his shoe tops.
And that's actually good right there because that ball hit the turf. If you catch it, count it as a catch, then you end up losing yards on the play because once you're on the ground, you can't get back up and start running.
2nd down, or make it 3rd down and a yard for Roseburg from the 46. 5:28 to go. Empty backfield for Zyman. 6 and Stoffel to the right. Gillespie emptied out to the left side. Pressure coming. Zyman going to try and outrun it to the far side. He will. He's got the sideline, racing down the far sideline into Canby territory. And that moves the chains for the Roseburg Indians, getting to the Canby 44.
And that Zyman actually showing the speed that he has. He turned it on to overdrive and then really turned it on to extra overdrive speed right there. I think that's some of the fastest running we've seen Zyman do this year.
20 yards on the ground for Garrett. The junior picking up the 1st down with his scramble abilities. Sets up Roseburg at the 44. Roseburg will be graduating 14 seniors from this year's team, and it looks like this will be their final game in a Roseburg uniform. 5:19 to go here in the fourth. Looking to pass. Zymek goes over the middle, intended for Reitman, and it's incomplete. Once again, it's one of those opportunities. It seems like it might have been a good thing it was incomplete. A lot of defenders around Reitman in the middle.
There was, but what that was that inside screen. The wall was set up. They had blockers for him. It was just thrown low at Reitman's knees. He wasn't able to get down there and grab it and get his hands around the ball. Kind of unfortunate because we have seen that inside zone screen kind of work several times throughout the season. And I think that play was going to set up pretty nicely for Roseburg.
Stoffel, 6, and Reitman to the right side of the formation. Gillespie's in at running back. They pass over the middle and intended for Reitman, and it's in and out of his hands. Tough pass to be made on that slant route through the middle of the defense. Incomplete to make it 3rd and 10. 14 seniors on the roster this year for the Roseburg Indians, suiting up for the final time. Skylar Moore, he was injured tonight, didn't get a chance to put the pads on. A torn MCL, he tells me, before the game tonight. Jonathan Pike, Jay Stoffel, Colin Reitman, Rourke Martin, Carson Thompson, Doran Gillespie, Blake Watson, Hunter Blix, Colton Jordan, Alex Simons, Caden Gingery, Alex Woodring, and Austin Parker are seniors tonight for the Roseburg Indians. Looking to set up the screen again over the middle. It's complete to Reitman. Tries to make the first man miss, but cannot escape as he gets to the 42. Only a pickup of about a yard or two on the play. And Roseburg's going to face 4th and 8.
And right there, they're trying to set it up. They're not able to set it up. Bring down that 4th and 8 situation. And I don't know if you're Roseburg, if you punt this ball or you try to go for it now with only 4:37 left in the ball game.
Looks like they leave the offense out there in Canby territory. 4th down and 8 for Roseburg. Zyman in shotgun, Gillespie to his right. Looking to his left. Throws left, the ball tipped up by the defense. Stepping in front of that pass, Asher Chafee, Chafee stepping in front of that ball, knocking it up and knocking it down, and that'll stop the drive by Roseburg. Turnover on downs on the incompletion.
And that's a huge turnover right there. You get 40 seconds on the play clock now for Canby. If you continue to run the ball, you're looking at 40, 80, 120. You're looking at quite a bit of time coming off the ball, even if it's a 4-down set here for Canby.
They will set up with Peters in there at quarterback. The senior getting a chance to play here in the second half of this one. Canby has this ball game in control at 35-9 on top of Roseburg. Turn and hand the ball off. A new man in the backfield. Patient running to the right side for the big back.
Delosier on the carry for the Cougars.
It is Caden Delosier, senior, 6'1", 235 out of the backfield, and he gets the carry across out to the 47-yard line. Patient running for the big man.
And Delosier was out there the series before, too, as they bringing in several different people into this backfield. It looks like the running back now is going to be number 13, Logan Doman.
It was a 6-yard pickup on the play there for the last man, Delosier out there, and now running the football.
Logan Doman on the carry for the Cougars.
The new man back there that Josh was pointing out, Logan Duman, the senior, moves the chains as he carries it into Roseburg territory to the 45.
Carry's good for a Cougar first down.
7 yards on the ground for Doman. Clock running down to 3:25 as the season wrapping up here for the Roseburg Indians, and Canby will hold their breath to see if they can make it into the postseason after a couple of wins to end the year. Running left side, bursting away, the big man knocked out just shy of the goal line by Jay Stoffel. The crowd was looking for the big finish for Caden Delosier, and the big man just can't quite get it in, and now he comes up grabbing at the back of his leg, and he seems to be dinged up a little bit. He goes out at the 5-yard line. Big run for Delosier, and it had everybody in the stands excited.
Yeah, it was a huge run by him, and it looks like it's a hamstring. He's grabbing his hamstring, limping there. there, and that's not too good if you try to get back in the game to score that touchdown.
40-yard pickup for him. A keeper for Peters, runs over the left side, and Andrew Peters in for a touchdown.
And that right there is going to put the icing on the cake for Canby, and it's a great win here for Canby tonight because it is their second game, or second win of the season, second win in a couple seasons as well. And we were hearing before the game for the seniors, some of their most memorable moments of playing football was breaking that drought and winning a football game. So that was this is a huge deal for Canby. Even if Canby doesn't get into the playoffs, it's just a big momentum builder for their program as well.
PAT kick, the left-footed kicker, Gartrell, has it through the uprights. With 3:04 to go, Canby well in control in this one, now winning 42-9. Let's take a 30-second break and come back with the conclusion of tonight's football game. Roseburg and Canby on 541radio.com and on 1490 The Score.
I am a nurse,
A firefighter. A college student.
A mother.
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
.304 to go here in the fourth quarter of tonight's ball game. The Roseburg Indians trailing 42-9 at the moment against the Canby Cougars. And Canby will kick it away. They've had the two-kicker situation, Gartrell and Miller out there. The two different options to try and confuse the return team. And Miller will kick it away as he kicks it high into the air. It's a short kick. It'll bounce. It's picked up by Reitman. Good thing, too. Canby was there to try and recover that football. So they take it down inside the 30. Roseburg will have the ball at their own 28-yard line with the season winding up for them here. About 3 minutes total to go in this ball game for Roseburg. Getting into the post-game show, we'll try to get one or two questions into Coach Dave Heiberger down on the sideline. Our sideline communications brought to you by Kegel Communications. And stay with us as we wrap up the season with the Roseburg Disposal post-game show coming up here in just a little bit as Roseburg winds down here in 2019. Up to the line for the Indians. It'll be Jay Stoffel, the senior, getting a chance to be back there at quarterback again. Gillespie to his left. Twins to either side as Stoffel looks to pass. He'll go on the short out route to the near side to Carson 6. It's caught. Out of bounds. We'll stop the clock with 2:57 to go.
Pass is complete to number 6, Carson 6.
Take the ball out to the 34-yard line. Pickup of 6.
Pushed out of bounds by number 31, Joe Brockmiller, and number 80, Ben Souls.
Second down and 4 for the Indians. Simon and 6 to the right side. Low snap for Stoffel. He'll pick it up, though. He's going to roll out to the right side. Sidesteps a few defenders. He'll run as he scrambles outside the pocket, picking up positive yardage. Gets across the 35-yard line. Going to put him out at the 38, I believe, and it's going to be just shy of the first down by a couple of yards.
And you're getting a couple offensive linemen in, different offensive linemen for Roseburg. Alex Woodring right there, he just stepped off after the last play there, getting a hug by Coach Heiberger and a couple other coaches, knowing that, hey, it's his senior year. He's going to this is his last game here for Roseburg.
3rd and 1 for the Indians. A quick pass to the far side. It is caught and weaving upfield. I believe that's Austin Parker. Double 8s on the back of the jersey as he gets up, and a penalty flag at the end of the play. We'll stop the clock with 2:42 to go as the ball spotted right at the 50. A 12-yard pickup for Parker on that pass play.
And I have no idea what that penalty is going to be on. I would imagine Canby.
Good ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense, number 88. That's a 15-yard penalty.
So after picking up the first down, the penalty against Austin Parker, a personal foul penalty, and it'll force Roseburg back to their own 35 where they'll have a fresh set of downs.
And I'm not quite sure where he gets a personal foul. He's the one that got tackled and was on the ground. I didn't even see him get up, so I'm not sure what he did to get a personal foul there. That's unfortunate there. He goes out there, and that's
back to their own 35-yard line for the Indians, 1st and 10 from there. Stoffel, pump fake once, looking to go downfield, has a man open. It's Carson 6. It's caught. He's at the 20. It's a foot race to the 10, the 5, touchdown. Carson 6 will get into the end zone for Roseburg before the season comes to an end. For Jay Stoffel, the touchdown pass will be his 8th of the year, and this one might be one of his longest of the season. It's a 65-yard touchdown pass to Carson 6, and 6 to the end zone for a 3rd time.
And that's the kind of play that they've been trying to get 6 involved in kind of all year. He's got the speed to beat a defender if he gets behind him, and the passes just haven't been there, and this time it happened to be there. Great job by Stoffel to get another touchdown pass before the end of his senior year, and then 6 finally be able to get that play set up.
Some late guys on for the PAT here. It'll be Christner to try and boot it through. And another man out there for Roseburg. They're going to try and go for 2. Zymet with pressure tries to heave it to the end zone, and it's outside of the reach of Austin Parker. And so it'll be 42-15 with 2:14 to go here in the ball game. Roseburg are going to be saying goodbye to a number of seniors off of this squad. Really, these seniors have spent the last 4 years playing under Coach Heiberger. I know they had a lot of high hopes going into tonight's ball game and to this season. Unfortunately, things just didn't pan out quite that way. Look, if they can leave a legacy, a lot of sophomores out there playing will be back as juniors next year. That'll get an opportunity to get some more varsity minutes after extended minutes this year at the varsity level. A lot of youth out there on the field for the Indians. And we'll see how that pays off in the future for Roseburg, as they will be kicking away here. We'll see if they try an onside kick, see if they can get the ball back and try and put any final scores on the board. 2:14 to go. Kicking the ball will be Christner. Kickoff is away. It's a short pooch kick. The ball is picked up by Canby to the 35. The return man breaking free. He's out to the 50 before he is taken down on the return. It's Kyle Sandner gets it across the 50-yard line into Roseburg territory, taking it out to the 48-yard line, and that is where Canby will have the football in Roseburg territory.
1st and 10, Cougars.
Coming up, we'll have your Roseburg Disposal post-game show. Recap tonight's game for the Indians, get a word in with Coach Heiberger, hopefully, and then see if we have any other scores to report for you as we wrap up this 2019 season. Canby's offense back out there again. Peters will hand it off, running right through the middle of the defense. Go the Cougars.
Doman on the carry for the Cougars.
It's Doman again out there running the ball for Canby.
He was tackled by number 53.
Gets it down to the
Blake Watson.
41-yard line.
Gain of about 7, brings up 2nd and
On the
3.
run play, picking up 7 was Doman. Canby wrapping up their 2nd win of the season. And at 35, there's a chance they could jump a few spots and try and get into a playoff conversation. It's inside the 40 on the carry. Ball down to about the 39. Doman on the carry again. And down to the 39. Pickup of 2, and it's going to be 3rd and 1. Unfortunately, the big man, Caden Delozier, after his long run almost to the end zone, he is on the sideline with ice on the back of his leg. So unfortunately, it looks like his night is done. 3rd and 1 with a minute to go in this ball game. Canby milking everything with it here. Doman trapped in the backfield. Couldn't bring him down. Grant Ronk had not Grant, but Blake Ronk had a hand on him. Couldn't quite bring him down, but he slowed him down enough. The Roseburg's defense able to get there. And they bring it back to the 41.
Maybe a loss of a yard or two.
And so a loss of 2 on the play, and it's going to be 4th down. So back to the 41, down to 27 seconds to go in the ball game. And Canby, I don't know if they need to run one more play, but they're facing 4th down and 3. Handed off, Dolman trying to stretch it to the far side of the field. He's got the first down into the 30-yard line with 10 seconds to go in the contest. That'll move the chains. They'll set the clock, and then that'll do it. Canby heading out to midfield to go shake hands with the Roseburg Indians, as this one's going to come to an end. With the loss, Roseburg will finish out the season at 2-7, and they will miss out on any opportunity to try and get into the postseason. And for the Canby Cougars, they'll go to 2-7 as well, and they'll hope to see their power ranking raise enough to maybe squeak in as the final team into the 6A state playoff bracket. That'll be coming up next week, first round of the playoffs. The teams shake hands. We'll take a quick 2-minute break, come back with the Roseburg Disposal postgame show after this on 541radio.com and on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Welcome in, everybody, to the Roseburg Disposal post-game show. Let them make the run of the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal. We head on down to the field for a quick word with head coach Dave Heiberger here in the post-game show. Our post-game communications with Coach Heiberger brought to you by Kegel Communications. Josh?
Hey, thanks, Joey. Hey, Coach. So what was your message to your team tonight and to your seniors tonight? I saw some of them come off towards the end of the game. You were giving them hugs and stuff like that. What was your message to the seniors tonight?
Proud of their effort, proud of their commitment to the football program.
All right, and then what is your final thoughts here on the entire season? This year you go 2-7. one less win than last year. What is your final thoughts on this season?
Got to get better. I mean, it is what it is. There's some, we came up with 16 varsity kids for a 6A football game. Rourke goes out. Carson Thompson goes out. We're down to 14. 3 sophomores. This season's over now. There's a reality piece there, and the other reality is we got to do a better job with what we have.
Yeah, all right, so talking about the sophomore class, you had several sophomores out there playing tonight. What do you see in their future? You got a big sophomore class coming in. I know it's a little bit early, but going into next year, it looks like you're set up pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, there's some kids coming up, 35 freshmen, 30 sophomores. Doesn't make it any easier for these seniors that had to go through this. We got to get in the weight room and get stronger, some of those younger guys, and they will. And, just look back and see what we can do to try and improve.
Absolutely. Thank you, Coach. Good luck and drive safe home tonight.
All right, Josh down on the field, brought to you by Kegel Communications. We appreciate Coach Heiberger's time here. I know a tough one here tonight as the season wraps up. Always tough to see a season come to a close, say goodbye to a class of seniors, 14 tonight getting celebrated for the Roseburg Indians. Quick look back at how things played out here tonight in our Roseburg Disposal postgame show. Let them make the run of them for you. Call them at 673-7122. It was 7-0 after the end of the first quarter for Canby. They were in front after a touchdown pass in that first quarter from Mikey Gibson, connecting with Chance Miller from 19 yards out. Roseburg would tie the game at 7-7 with about 7.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Doran Gillespie with a touchdown run of 1 yard to make it a 7-7 ball game. But Canby would get on the board again twice before the end of the first half. A touchdown pass from Gibson, this time connecting with Ronan Gay from 9 yards out. The extra point was good to make it 14-7. And then a pick six for the big man up front. Running the ball in, Braden Wise on the pickoff of Garrett Zimet made it 21-7 before the halftime comes. As for the third quarter, Canby would score as they got the ball at the Roseburg 18-yard line after a couple of penalties, 3 straight personal foul penalties, 15-yarders, kept backing him up half the distance to the goal line, and an interception would stop the Roseburg drive and set Canby up at the Roseburg 18-yard line, and it didn't take long. 3 plays later, a 1-yard touchdown run for Wyatt Ramos would make it 28-7 in the third quarter. Another interception for Canby on the next drive by Roseburg gave them again good field position, and this time it was Mikey Gibson on the 1-yard touchdown run on the quarterback keeper. That made it 35-7 as we went to the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, Roseburg would get a safety on a sack of backup quarterback Andrew Peters, made it 35-9. And then Canby would add a touchdown with about 3 minutes to go in the ball game. This time it was Peters on a 5-yard touchdown run, 42-9. And the final touchdown of the game came on a passing touchdown, Jay Stoffel connecting with Carson Six from 65 yards out to make it 42-15. And that was your final score here tonight as the Roseburg Indians fall against the Canby Cougars to finish out the season 2-7 on the year. Canby improves to 2-7 as they will wait to see if their power ranking goes in their favor for a possible postseason bid. We'll come back, take a look at some stats, try to get some scores rounded up for you here in the postgame show, and wrap up the 2019 season. This is Roseburg Football on 541radio.com and on 1490 The Score.
Roseburg Football on 541radio.com. Presented by the Mary Gilbert Group, Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. Mary has over 20 years of experience in real estate in the Roseburg area and the surrounding communities of the Umpqua Valley. Mary and her partners love to handle all types of real estate transactions, from new construction to resale homes, multifamily homes, ranches for sale, timber properties, waterfront properties, and commercial properties too. Visit marygilbert.com for more details on how the Mary Gilbert Group can help you today.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Hi, my name is Mark Martin. Thanks for watching Roseburg Football on 541radio.com.
Out here at Canby High School tonight where the Cougars get to celebrate a win to finish out the season. It's been a couple of years since they could say that. The Cougars winning tonight 42-15. And for the Roseburg Indians, they fall just shy of a 3-6 season for a third straight year as they fall to 2-7 to finish out the year. Started out the year 2-0 and unfortunately couldn't keep the momentum going through a very difficult stretch of their season and come to an end here. With the loss, the Roseburg Indians, their hopes of a postseason berth, it was a long shot already, but with the loss here tonight, it pretty much, I don't know. So the power rankings confuse me and surprise me sometimes. I would be absolutely stunned if Roseburg found a way to sneak in after this. But that's all right. The Roseburg Indians knew it was a long shot to begin with. They were just trying to finish out the season on a positive note, and unfortunately, it just kind of got a little sour for him in the middle of this one as they tried to break in new quarterback Garrett Zimet, the junior, getting his first varsity start. And things tonight, a pretty tough one for him this evening. Again, 42-15 our final scores. We welcome you back here in the Roseburg Disposal post-game show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Call Roseburg Disposal at 673-7122. Have a look at stats here in a moment, but want to let you know tonight's game and Roseburg football this season has been brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop, by CHI Mercy Medical Center, by Good Vibration Solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes, by Abby's Legendary Pizza, and by Mahalo Heating and Cooling, your best choice for the finest indoor comfort control. Call them today at 672-6707. I'll take a look at the stat updates here in the final stats tonight. Again, unofficial here. But for Mikey Gibson, the sophomore finishes tonight with 162 yards passing, 2 touchdowns unofficially. Wyatt Ramos on the ground finished with 113 yards and a touchdown. A touchdown run for Mikey Gibson on 12 carries. He finished with 31 yards. 1 touchdown run for Andrew Peters, the backup quarterback. He finished with 0 yards. He lost 5 on the sack for the safety and then picked up 5 on his touchdown run. Touchdown catch for Chance Miller as he finished with 106 yards through the air tonight. A touchdown catch for Ronan Gay, 42 yards. He had a 9-yard touchdown reception. For the Roseburg Indians, a touchdown pass for Jay Stoffel, 65 yards. He finished with 95 yards through the air. 126 yards through the air for Garrett Zimet. I had him down for 2 interceptions. It might change to 3. I had him down for 2 fumbles. One of those fumbles might change to an interception. Zimet with 73 yards rushing tonight, leading the way there. Dorian Gillespie got a rushing touchdown tonight. He finishes with 37 yards on the ground. Unfortunately, that means he's 11 yards shy of hitting 1,500 for his career. Carson Thompson did get some run before the injury. He has 29 yards on the ground tonight for the senior. Through the air, Jay Stoffel, 3 catches for 49 yards. Carson 6 had 5 catches for 19 and actually added a 65-yarder in there, so that would put him at 84 yards on the night. For Carson 6, 84 yards total, and he had the touchdown in the fourth quarter. Austin Parker with 2 catches for 23 yards, and Colin Reitman 4 catches for 53 yards tonight for the Roseburg Indians. That is your Lamert Orthodontics stat update. Embrace life. Call Lamert Orthodontics at the Roseburg office at 673-0924. We will come back. We will honor the 14 seniors as our player of the game tonight for the Roseburg Indians. Josh will see if he's got any scores to report to you here coming up, and we will wrap up the 2019 season. It's Joey and Josh as Roseburg Indians finish out the year at Canby High School tonight with the 42-15 loss. Back with more of the Roseburg Disposal postgame show after this on 541radio.com and on 1490 The Score.
Roseburg football on 541radio.com. Presented by the Mary Gilbert Group, Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley. Mary has over 20 years of experience in real estate in the Roseburg area and the surrounding communities of the Umpqua Valley. Mary and her partners love to handle all types of real estate transactions, from new construction to resale homes, multifamily homes, ranches for sale, timber properties, waterfront properties, and commercial properties too. Visit marygilbert.com for more details on how the Mary Gilbert Group can help you today.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the stage.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Back here at Canby High School, wrapping up the 2019 high school football season for your Roseburg Indians. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in for tonight. It's been a pleasure to be bringing you Roseburg football again here on 1490 The Score and online at 541radio.com. It was a fun season with a lot of highs, definitely some lows, and there's room for improvement as Roseburg continues to try and build a program that has a chance to get into the postseason. And we'll see what next year has in store for us. But before we start turning the page to the 2020 season, which is a long ways away from now, we definitely want to take time here in the postgame show to recognize the seniors on this Roseburg football team, 14 of them working for 4 years with head coach Dave Heiberger and this Roseburg staff to try and put together the best product they can on the field, have fun, make some friends, make some memories, and just go out there and represent the town of Roseburg, the high school, with the best intentions. And they have done a great job of that. And tonight we'd like to recognize those seniors for the Roseburg Indians. Skylar Moore, unfortunately, didn't get a chance to play here tonight as he was out with an MCL injury sustained last week against the Sheldon Irish. So he was on crutches tonight on the sideline. But Skylar Moore, a great season for him at wide receiver and a defensive back. John Pike up along the front line, the senior, had a number of tackles for loss this season and did a great job. At quarterback in the secondary, Jay Stoffel, the senior leader out there, great leadership for him, had a good season at quarterback. Unfortunately, things got a little bit tough middle of that season and things kind of just hit the skids for him. Colin Reitman, he dealt with some injuries throughout the season, but did a great job at wide receiver and at a defensive back position. Rourke Martin, sad to see the senior go down with an injury here in the final game of the season. He was a leader on the defensive side, one of the top tacklers on this Roseburg defense. Carson Thompson was a great number 2 back along with Doran Gillespie in the backfield. The two had a great season running the ball. And unfortunately, Thompson didn't get to see him as much tonight as we expected, but he had a great season. 4 rushing touchdowns, over 300 yards for him this year. Doran Gillespie, 5 rushing touchdowns. He has been one of the better backs in recent history for the Roseburg Indians. Got a chance to start as a sophomore and has been a staple in the backfield for the last 3 years for the Roseburg Indians. And congratulations to Doran Gillespie on a senior season to be proud of. Blake Watson up along the front line, some of those hard-working offensive linemen for the Roseburg Indians. Blake Watson getting a chance to start here his senior year. Hunter Blix, the lone returning all-conference selection on the offensive side from last year for Roseburg. Got a chance to start at multiple positions along that front line. Colton Jordan did miss some time with an injury last week, but he was solid at the center position and up along the defensive line for the Roseburg Indians this year. Alex Simons, the senior, made his first varsity start last week. Due to injury, he was able to get a chance to get out there in the starting lineup. Another guy that worked real hard to be able to be a productive member of this Roseburg team. Caden Gingrey, the senior, got a chance to play all over the field on the defensive side and on the offensive side. Saw him at linebacker some tonight. Another strong season for a Roseburg senior. Up along the front line, Alex Woodring, saw him on defense and offense at the up in the trenches. And Austin Parker, the senior tight end, wide receiver, and defensive end for the Roseburg Indians. He had a touchdown. In fact, I believe he had the first touchdown of the season. No, that was Skylar Moore. But nonetheless, a touchdown this season for Austin Parker. They tried to get him on the one here and the final one tonight, but unfortunately wasn't able to connect for a touchdown here this evening. But 14 seniors that have put in a ton of hard work over the last 4 years. Things wrap up for them on the football field here tonight. We look forward to seeing what those seniors go on to do in their lives around past Roseburg High School. And for the rest of this school year, I know many of them are athletes in other sports. We look forward to seeing what they have as they wrap up their senior years at Roseburg High School. So we honor the 14 seniors on this Roseburg High School football team here tonight. Before we break away for the final time in 2019, Josh has been working on scores as he looks at the Leon Roberson Construction scoreboard update. Josh, take it away.
Hey, thanks, Joey. So add curb appeal and value to your home with concrete and masonry services from Leon Roberson Construction. Call 541-430-3930. All right, so in 1A football, I had Mohawk at Yoncalla tonight. Don't have a score for that one. Glendale at Chiloquin. Glendale wins 76-14 against Chiloquin. Celeste Valley at North Douglas. I have North Douglas winning 48-0 against Celeste Valley. Days Creek also won 58-14 against Bonanza. In 2A, you had Rogue River at Reedsport, Lakeview at Glide, Oakland at Central Lynn. In 3A, you had Douglas at South Umpqua and Susala at Sutherland. In 6A football, last I heard, you got South Medford at North Medford. There, I haven't got an update on that game. Sheldon at Grants Pass. This one's an interesting score here. Sheldon was leading 35-32 at the end of the third quarter, so something to watch there. Does Grants Pass get the upset against the top 10 team in Sheldon? And that's all I got for tonight.
All righty, thank you, Josh. Appreciate keeping track of scores there. Interesting to see Days Creek and North Douglas both winners tonight. I believe that means that both those teams getting into the 8-man football playoffs with those wins here this evening. Congratulations to the Wolves and the Warriors, and best of luck to them coming up in the 1A 8-man football playoffs. Want to thank some more of our sponsors for this season of football: Fisher's Hearth and Home, Chuck's Warm and Family Auto Repair, Aviva Health, Flyway Travel, Umpqua Dairy, Pepsi and Bigfoot Beverages of Roseburg, and Road Community Credit Union. I want to say, if you have enjoyed Roseburg football broadcasts at all throughout the season, please make sure that you visit our sponsors and at least thank them for being sponsors of Roseburg football on the radio and streaming online, as without their sponsorship, a lot of this that we do on the radio and online is not possible. Speaking of the online stream, a big thanks to the Mary Gilbert Group, Keller Williams, Umpqua Valley for sponsoring this season of the video stream at 541radio.com. You can find listings and details on selling your home at marygilbert.com. Want to put together some final thoughts on the 2019 season before we say goodbye for the final time on the football field and then start turning our attention to the basketball season coming up in December. But, Josh, I know it started out 2-0. Everybody had really high hopes about what the Roseburg Indians may have in store for us here in 2019. Unfortunately, it finishes on a bit of a sour note with a tough loss here at Canby tonight, 42-15. But definitely room for improvement, but also a lot to be excited about if they can start putting some of the pieces together and homegrown talent building up through the ranks in this Roseburg program. There could be some excitement on the future for the Roseburg Indians.
There absolutely could be. There's room for improvement if you're 2-7 on the final season, on your final for the season. There's room for improvement if you're 9-0 on the season. There's always room for improvement, and that's what Coach is going to go do. He's going to go talk to those guys, the sophomores, juniors, even some of the freshmen that may end up becoming sophomores next year and getting a chance to help out this Roseburg varsity team. There's always room for improvement. There's always time for learning, and that's the message going into next year is this is what we did wrong. This is what we did right. This is how we need to improve in order to get a better record than 2-7. It's one less win than last year. 2 wins this year. But there was a lot of positive things when you saw it with the sophomore class. You saw the offensive line. You only had really your starters on the offensive line, and then not real big bodies, not a lot of things with the size coming down or experience from any of the other younger linemen. And you saw that when you had some injuries there. So you always got experience. You always got a chance to learn as the season goes forward or going into next year. And that's what this game is. This is a learning experience. And so things will look up for Roseburg going forward in the coming seasons.
Yeah, we got to see a lot of young talent out of the Roseburg Indians this season, and I think there's a lot to be excited about there, and it'll be fun to see how they continue to grow in this program, much like we got to celebrate the seniors tonight. We look forward to seeing how those young men continue to grow. I know you never want to look too far ahead too soon, but, start turning our attention to what could be on the horizon for the Roseburg Indians football program. Wrapping things up here in 2019, I want to say our thanks here as we wrap things up. Thanks again to the Canby Cougars for hosting us here tonight as they made some spots for us and gracious hosts here for us this evening. We appreciate all the hospitality they showed us on the road. As always, want to say thanks to Athletic Director Russ Bolin, Head Coach Dave Heiberger, his coaching staff, and the entire Roseburg football program for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg football here on 541radio.com and on 1490 The Score. It's been a lot of fun to get to know a lot of these young men. I've gotten to know them a little bit more than I have in years past with the chance to cover them for the newspaper as well as on the radio. So it's been a fun season getting to know these young men. They've given us great access to the program, which makes my job easier and makes, I think, the coverage of the team a little bit more enjoyable. So we appreciate everything that the Roseburg football program has allowed us to do yet again here in 2019. And best of luck to all those seniors as they travel forward in their lives. As we wrap things up, I want to say thanks to Brenton and Jaden back in the studio running the radio production for us tonight. They've done a great job all season long and look forward to working with them coming up during the winter sports season when we turn our attention to Roseburg basketball. I want to say a big thanks to Josh Nelson for the help with the video production throughout this season as well as his stat keeping, his color analysis, everything that he does for the broadcast here. Without him, definitely a lot of this would not be possible to bring you here to the way that we do on the radio and online. I always want to say thanks to you, the fans, for tuning in for tonight's broadcast, because my slogan is, without you guys, I'm just a man sitting here talking to myself, and that is absolutely true. If you guys do not tune in, there's no reason to be out here doing it. So we appreciate you guys tuning in for every broadcast throughout the season, and we look forward to bringing you more Roseburg football throughout next year and more Roseburg sports throughout the winter and spring sports seasons. We will turn our attention to the high school football playoffs. It probably is not. It's not happening for the Roseburg Indians, but we will take our attentions towards some of the other schools and see if there are any home games we might get a chance to pick up coming up in the coming weeks. So stay tuned for the update on broadcasts that might pop up as we might might be able to pick up those. And then stay tuned. Roseburg boys basketball coming up this winter, starting in December, as the Indians under a new leadership on the basketball court. We'll see what's in store for us there coming up around the corner. So looking forward to it. It was a fun season. It was over way too fast and unfortunately didn't go the way we were hoping for, but a great season for the Roseburg Indians. Plenty to be proud of. I know the win-loss record's not there, but plenty to be proud of for these Roseburg Indians here in 2019. We will go ahead and wrap it up there, folks. We appreciate you tuning in for tonight's broadcast. Stay tuned at 541radio.com for the latest broadcast schedule to find out what games we'll be at next and bringing you the action here on 541radio.com and on Douglas County's Home for Sports, CBS Sports Radio, 1490, The Score.